Dragons. My name is Iken. I'll be your Dungeon Master. During the game, you can refer to me as the Dungeon Master or the DM. I'll refer to you as your characters. Outside the game, you can refer to me as Iken, of course, and I'll refer to you as your players. But thanks for joining us. We're going to be playing some old school D&D, like I said. If you don't know what this is all about, it's about telling stories of old school adventures, pretty much. Stories about adventurers, soldiers of fortune, mercenaries, seeking their golden glory across a dangerous medieval land. And they're going to do this by hunting down monsters, treasures, and bounties in a land that's kind of full of magical monsters and such. But of course, the greatest places, the highest and most dangerous and highest risk and highest reward places, of course, are dungeons guarded by dragons. Hence the name Dungeons and Dragons. Your characters. The idea is you're gonna play as these characters who are bound together to seek their fortunes, right? Um, so any players that are with each other, the idea is your characters in the world are like good friends, comrades, right? And it's up to you to decide whether you're gonna stay together or not. In the end, you have complete freedom in the end of what you want to try to do. But this is a storytelling game. We tell a story of how your character lived their life for golden glory and was eventually retired or killed. That's it. So you can experience the world of D&D through, of course, storytelling, right, role playing, and your imagination. Just imagine the situation in your head, telling these stories, sharing a tale with your friends. So now you know what D&D is all about. I'm going to teach you how to play real quick. It's very similar to play D&D. So D&D is played in 3 steps. Basically, the first step is the Dungeon Master will start by setting the scene, describing to you the situation you're in and what's going on in the story so far. From there, you're going to imagine the situation, maybe think about it, maybe discuss it, but most importantly, you're going to choose an action. You're going to tell me what you want to try to do. You can try anything you want, right? You can choose not to do your job, not to be an adventurer. You can go farming. You can just go drinking, right? Go be a beggar. But the reason why you want gold and glory is because gold allows you to live a glorious life, to be remembered, right? Gold allows you to do what you want to do in the world, right? You can buy whatever you want, buy happiness, by suffering for others, right? So that's why it's all about golden glory. So um, now you know how to play almost, right? That's the second step. You choose your action. The third step, last step, is the dungeon master will tell you the results of your action, the consequences and such, right? Typically, if there's risk involved, some dice are rolled. Naturally, this is a storytelling game with dice. You might have heard, right? D&D is with dice. So dice is a probability game, like a gambling game, kind of, right? So you roll dice to see if you're successful or not. Some situations you'll be more successful at than others, right? So that's all there is to playing D&D, pretty much. Dungeon Master you can imagine is like a narrator or fortune teller, and you're the customer, the participant, right? You're getting your story told by me, right? And you tell a story by telling me what you did in the story, right? And I tell you what happened when you tried to do those things. Alright, that's all there is to playing it. Now, before you can play, everyone here is going to need some characters. For those who are returning, welcome back. You'll get some new characters. They can be recruited as retainers. For those who are brand new, welcome. You'll get your first character in the world. We're going to create your characters now. So everyone, if you can, please join me in the bots channel. It's the bots channel on the server. Alright, and you're going to use command, I'm going to type it out real quick, but you're going to use command /roll, okay, space 6, space 3d6. Alright, so use that command. Okay. So /roll space 6 space 3d6. Alright, good job. Good job, Naku. So, yeah, go ahead and roll. Okay, you got very close, start. Almost there. Just gotta switch the E to an L at the end.
Alright.
In the meantime, I'm gonna grab some character sheets for you all. Let's see, right here.
W, bro, got 16 charisma. You can just do it out the like this. I'm gonna just remove the parentheses from this. Hero 6 like this. But remove that parenthesis quotation.
There you go. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn, bro, got 16 strength, 60, 14 magic.
Rabbit, you have to type in the bot channel.
I have to type in the bot channel.
Yeah. So we're rolling ability scores right now.
This.
Um,
16, 14.
what do I
Wait, what are
have
the
to
numbers
type?
for?
Wait, let me add you.
So these are a reflection of the
Stats,
character's
man.
ability scores, or what they're capable of as an adventurer. So I'll describe it in a moment. I'm just giving everyone a chance to finish rolling.
Oh,
I
okay.
tagged you in the channel.
Oh, in the box.
Alright, who are we just waiting on Rabbit? Let's see.
Okay. How do I do the
So you're gonna type in the command /roll space 6 space 3d6.
Yeah, I typed it here.
It's right at the top of all of ours. If you see, it says person's name, and then it says the character, and it says requests, and that's exactly how you type it, just without the brackets.
I'm like dyslexic as shit. I can
It's
barely
alright.
even read it right. This is
Take your time.
I type it in the chat, so
it's in the chat.
you can copy and paste. Yeah,
Oh,
just
okay.
without the
Okay. Without the
without the
The ticks, the text, whatever.
takes. Is it? I'm just gonna copy what he's saying. Then I'm just
Did
Make
we
sure
get
you're
it?
in the bots channel too.
Alright, so Rabbit, you want to
Yeah,
type
you're in
it
the right
out,
one.
right? Character for character, because you're gonna be messaging the bot. So you're gonna do /roll space 6 space 3d6, okay?
yeah. Okay. Space. Put it. Okay. And then it's that, and then boom, like that.
Good job. Yeah, you got it.
Yep.
Alright. It's my bad.
It's okay,
It's
you're
okay, don't worry.
Alright, I'm gonna, at this point, type out everyone's scores, but these are a reflection of the character's capabilities as an adventurer. So we're gonna start with Alpha. I'm just gonna go alphanumerically. So, it's like, you can see they're all rolled in the listed order, 3 to 6 down the line. That's how they did it in the old days. So, 10 strength. Intelligence is 11. 13 dexterity. Constitution is 12. And 16 charisma. Alright, and Chu, let's see what you got. 13 strength. By the way, any score has 3 to 8 is considered low. Score of 9 to 12 is considered normal. A score of 13 to 18 is considered high. Oh shit, fuck. Alright, those are pretty good. Okay, and then Enclave, let's see what you've got. Kinda wrote early, it's okay. Alright, so 6, 14, 7, 9, 13, 8. These are decent. Yeah, these are actually pretty good actually. Let's see, 2 positives. Alright, Naku, let's see what you got. Alright, 10, 11, 13. Fuck. And then 7, 13, 10. Alright, and then Rabbit. You've got 9, 11, 11. Okay. And you got 12, 9, or 12, 8, 9. Alright, these are decent. Alright, and then Sable. Let's see. You got 10, 13, 6. And you got 10, 10, 6. Alright, so again, these are a reflection of character's capabilities as an adventurer. How strong, how smart, how wise, how quick, how tough, and how much of a leader you are, right? How good looking you are, I suppose, right? Those are your abilities: strength, intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, constitution, and charisma. So after this, you gotta pick your class. In old school D&D, every character is an adventurer first and foremost, this means you take risk for rewards, right? You are a soldier of fortune, you are a mercenary, you hunt monsters, right? So, but you also have a specialization, a role in the group, a job to do, right? Every character has a different job. There's 7 different jobs available, or classes, okay? The first 4 belong to the race of humans, the next 3 belong to the race of demi-humans, okay? So, these first 4 classes include Cleric, Fighter, Magic User, and Thief. They do what they sound like they do. Clerics are clergymen, they're holy men, they worship God, they protect the party with their faith. Fighters are fighting men, they fight, right? They're the best at fighting. Magic users are magic men, they use magic, right? Thieves are, thieves, they steal, right? They're the best at acquiring the gold and glory that you need. Dwarves are really good underground scouts and good at fighting too. Elves are good at using magic and fighting, kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. Halflings are good overland scouts, super good at hiding in the wilderness, right? And very small too, so that's a pro and a con, I guess, right? They're the only very small character in the group. Alright, between all of these different classes, you can pick one, naturally. Starting with Alpha, your character is very fast, right? Very good looking. I recommend Thief for you. That's your choice.
Yeah, I'll do thief.
Alright, and then Chu, you're strong, you're smart. I recommend Fighter, Magic User, or Elf to you.
I'll go with magic user.
Okay. And then Enclave, your new character, he's very smart and very tough. I'm gonna recommend Magic User.
Sure.
Alright, Naku, yours is very wise, very tough. I'm gonna recommend Cleric.
Very cool. Go click.
Okay. Rabbit, yours is pretty fast, decently smart and wise. I'm gonna recommend Thief, Magic User, or Cleric to you.
Probably thief.
Okay. And then Sable, yours is smart, right? Decent at everything else pretty much, but I'm gonna recommend Magic User.
Magic user.
Good to go. Stark. Shit, did I not plug in the scores?
Nope.
Let's see, let me do that. 16, 14, 6. Very strong. Very smart. Not as wise. And then 5, 9, 5. Okay, a little clumsy. Decently tough. And pretty shy. Okay, so those are your scores. I'm going to recommend Fighter, Magic User, or Elf to you. What do you think?
Wait, can you repeat those options
Thief.
again?
Fighter, Magic User, or Elf? For Stark.
Fighter.
Fighter? Okay, best at fighting. Very well. Alright, so you've all chosen a class now. The next step is to determine your hit points, how hard your character can be hit before they kill. Most people in real life, right, get hit by a bullet and are either wounded or killed. But some people can keep moving, right? Those are the very tough people. So those are high hit point people. Thieves have 1 to 2 hit points. So if you're a thief, go ahead and roll 1d2 in the bots channel / roll space 1d2. Magic user, same thing. If you're a magic user, / roll space 1d2. If you're a cleric, it's going to be 1d3. So do / roll 1d3. If you are a fighter, it's going to be 1d4. So / roll space 1d4. Okay? So go ahead and use
I got
the dice
3.
command.
And
4. Wait, it takes
Thief.
4 hits to kill me.
Yeah, what was...
1d4, you have 1 to 4.
yeah.
So you're going to roll a d4 and see how many
Shit.
you have.
I don't know which one
Wrong,
was thief.
wrong fucking mark.
Thief has 1d2.
Oh wait.
Magic user 1d2. Cleric 1d3. Fighter 1d4.
Here.
Sorry, come again?
Which class are you?
Magic user.
1d2.
1d2.
And what is like this determined?
How many hit points we have?
How many hit points you
Yeah,
have?
like how much you click the blue.
Alright, so listen carefully. Hit points are reflective of how hard you can get. You can get hit before you're wounded or killed. Okay. Alright, we're gonna write these down now.
It's
So, see, Alpha scored a 2 on his D2. So he's got 2 hit points. His adjustment is 0. Adjustment comes from Constitution. How tough you are. True, let's see, she rolled a 1 on a D2. She has 1. Her bonus is 0, so 1 of 1. She takes 1 hit, she's wounded or killed. Enclave,
Yikes.
let's see. His magic user.
10 is insane.
Alright, Enclave, you rolled the wrong dice. It's 1d2 for you. Oh yeah, you did. Okay, you got it. Alright, he
Yeah,
faced it.
did. Yeah.
Right, so 2. Alright, so it's gonna be 2 of 2. And he's got a bonus of +1 from his high constitution, so he's got 3. Okay, 3 hits
W.
of damage. He's very tough. Right, and then Naku, let's see, your cleric.
Yeah.
What'd you score? Let's see. Oh, 3?
It's
Nice.
a 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
+1 bonus.
Oh, I got
Yeah,
4?
4.
Cool.
Yep.
Tough eats.
And then Rabbit,
Tough cleric.
let's see. D2, you scored a 2. Your -1 penalty causes you to only have 1. Let's see. Sable, your magic user. Let's see, he rolled a 1. Okay, 1 of 1. Alright, Stark, fighter, rolling a d4. He scored a 3. No bonus. 3 of 3. Alright, next is armor, weapons, equipment, supplies, and such. You're gonna roll 3d6 to see how much of that you have. So everyone go ahead and roll 3d6 slash roll space 3d6. Okay? Slash roll space 3d6. Everyone rolls.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Let's go.
The higher the better, naturally. The more supplies you'll have.
Cool.
I think I did that.
Alright, I think I got everyone. Yep, good job. Good job, everyone. You guys have your money now. We're just gonna go down the list alphanumerically and start purchasing you guys your equipment. And after this, we should be almost done. After this, it should be pretty much just names, and then you'll be ready to play. So, starting with Alpha, 110 coppers. First, we're gonna get you a set of clothes. Every peasant needs their clothes, right? Your boots, your tunic, your trousers, your hood. Let's see. You're gonna need some armor. Perhaps no. First, you're gonna need your lockpicks. You're a thief. So lockpicks or key, whatever you want to call it. That's 30 coppers, of course. You're down to 80. For armor, all armors at the same price early on. 25 coppers for each, either the helmet or the gambeson or the shield. What armor would you like?
I'll do Gamson.
Alright, just the gambeson. You're down to 55 coppers, I think. Yeah, 25, 60, yeah, 55. Alright, after the helmet, or sorry, the gambeson, weapons, right? Do you want a missile weapon for hunting, or do you want a melee weapon for close combat, or both? Dread? Or Alpha?
What was that? I'm sorry.
What weapon do you want?
Can I do ranged?
Yes. Alright, so I just asked you which ones you want though. Which range weapon?
Do I have enough for a short bow?
Sure. Alright, short bow and 20 arrows. Do you want a melee weapon or no? You've got only 25 copper left.
Can I do dagger?
Sure. You're down to 5 coppers. You'll need some supplies. I'm going to recommend at least a 10-foot pole so you can detect traps as a thief.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got 4 copper left. Do you want to buy any additional supplies or equipment? Or do you want to save your money?
I'll do a bandage. And how much is a bag?
5.
or a
So you
sack.
can get a sack then for 2.
I'll do a sack instead.
Keep your bandages dry. You just want 1 bandage?
Yeah.
Alright, you have 2 copper left. With your last 2 coppers, do you want anything else?
No,
we
that's
can-
fine.
Okay. Alright, Shu, 60 coppers. We're gonna get you first the necessities, your clothes, naturally, and your spellbook.
Uh-huh.
Alright, armor. You're down to 30 coppers. You can afford one piece of armor if you really want to, or you can focus on supplies, equipment, and weapons. Do you want armor, or do you want to skip it?
What do you recommend?
I would recommend going without armor and going for a better weapon instead, like a bow and arrow or something.
Alright, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so when it
I'll
comes to
do
missile
a
weapons,
long range.
long range. Alright, sling is 10. So if you get the sling, you have more money for other things. Short bow is 25. It's really expensive for you. So if you get that, you can't get as much supplies and equipment. What do you think?
I don't know, what do you recommend?
I'm gonna recommend your sling. Is that fine?
Is it good?
It's decent. It's one-handed. It does 1 to 4 damage, which should be enough to kill
Alright,
most enemies early on.
alright, I'm gonna do that.
Alright, you got a sling. And now you have 20 left, so you can get more supplies. We're gonna get you a bag, so you can carry supplies. You're at 15 now. Do you mind getting torches for
Okay.
us, or food? Or what would you rather get for supplies? We don't have food yet, we don't have torches
What
yet.
are food?
You want food?
Torches? I might get food. Yeah, food.
Okay. So you can cook for us. Let's see, you have 5 coppers. You got the food, you got the bag, and you got the sling, of course. Sling, stones, bag, food. Alright, you're down to 5 coppers. So with that, you can get a tool. You could get torches if you really want to. A holy flask of water. Anything come to mind? I can give you some more recommendations if you want. Let's see.
I'll get a tool.
A tool? Alright, pickaxe, hammer,
Yeah.
spade. Any normal tool you can imagine is available. Which one would you like?
Um, can it be an axe?
What X? Good to go.
I don't know.
Yep, you got it. Let's see. So an axe meant for cutting wood.
Alright.
Alright. The next up is Enclave with 110 coppers. First we're gonna get you your... Oh, by the way, Chu, for your spells, do you want 2 random, 1 of your choice, or 2 Dungeon Master big spells?
2 random.
2 dungeon master thingy.
Okay, I'll pick for you.
Alright.
Alright, you're gonna start with Sleep and Read Magic.
Alright.
Okay, next is Enclave. Enclave, you've got a set of clothes on, and you've got your spellbook, 30 coppers. For armor, what would you like?
Let me get some cloth armor.
Alright, Gamson. Okay, so we're from 80 down by 25, 60, 55 left. Do you want more armor, or do you want to go to weapons?
You said I have how much left?
55.
Okay, sweet. For weapons, can I get like a axe or a spear, actually?
Spear, good choice, very good choice. Spear, 30 coppers. Okay, so we're getting close
Okay,
combat. You got 25 left. Do you want some recommendations, or do you know what you want?
How much is a bag again?
5 coppers, 10 for a backpack.
Let me get a backpack.
Alright, you got 15. We still don't have torches. You want to get torches for us?
Do my does my equipment from Von Haas not like transfer between things, or do I never
No,
mind.
you'll still play as Von House, but focus on this character. Like, this is like what he had before he joined Von House's retinue. Right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sure, I'll get some torches.
Alright, let's say tinderbox then, and 2 torches, unless you want more. Each torch is 1 copper and weighs 3 pounds.
That's alright, I'll get 2 torches.
Alright, we're down to 10 coppers. Do you want perhaps a rope, a tool, some holy water, some oil? Can't afford flaming oil, but you can afford normal oil. Lantern, 10 foot poles. Anything come in mind? Come to mind?
No, not really. I'll just hang
You
on.
can save your money then. Okay. See, or you could get a sling if you want. If you want to be able to shoot monsters down from a distance.
I'll be good for now.
Good. All right. Now you're next. 100 coppers. Close. Holy symbol. Down to 70. All right. For armor, what would you like?
Do I have to? Shit, sorry.
You said
Oh
clothes
yeah.
and light helmet?
Sorry. 1 second. Uncle F, your spells. Do you want 2 random? 2 of your two dungeon master pick or 1 of your choice?
I don't know any, so just give me 2 random.
Okay. Roll 2d12, please.
Stand by.
Please let him get ventral. That's nice. Or something like that.
Can I just choose that? If
You
that's...
could, but you only get 1 spell at
I
in the
mean,
book.
yeah, I rather you can get the random one, so.
I'll get what Rule was saying. Actually.
Ventriloquism?
I can just-
Okay.
Yes.
This allows you to create illusionary or auditory illusions, right? You can project your voice elsewhere like a puppeteer. So,
Okay.
let's see. You can also help with comms if you need to communicate with your guys while they're doing something like underwater or something. Let's see. Ventriloquism. Let's add it to your spellbook. Alright, now your turn. So, for armor, what would you like?
So I got a light helmet right now, or I got
You
do
want a helmet?
another.
No, you don't have a helmet yet. Okay, helmet.
Yeah.
You're down to
Okay.
minus 25. You're down to 45.
Okay.
You want to go to weapons or you want more
I
armor?
guess this one. Yeah. I guess I'll go to weapons. So,
Okay, what weapon would you like?
any recommendations?
Yeah, missile weapons. Short bow, crossbow, sling.
How much is a crossbow?
Crossbow is with quarrels, 40 coppers.
Okay. Yeah. I get a crossbow. Is that okay?
Yep, just typing it out. 10 shots, crossbow, 5 coppers left. With the last 5, do you want a flask of holy water? Or something else? A
Yes,
bag?
please.
Okay, holy water.
Crossbow. Yeah, I can give him a bag myself.
Alright, and then rabbit, it's your turn. 110 coppers. First, we're going to get you a set of cloves and your lockpicks. Cost 30 coppers total. Your starter kit. Let's see. Alright, when it comes to armor, there's helmet, gambeson, and shield available in Leon. That's affordable at least. There's other armors, but can't really afford them yet. But you're down to 80 coppers right now. For armor, what would you like? Helmet, shield, or Gambi?
Am I allowed to just go for like a main weapon or?
A good weapon? Okay, sure. What weapon would you like?
Is there a spear available?
Yep, and you have enough for a pike if you'd rather have a pike instead. Pike is better than a spear. It's got more reach, but
Probably a
initially,
pike, yeah.
okay, pike. You're a pikeman then. Nice. Cost 70 coppers. You're down to 10. You've got a pike. Alright. With your last 10, we can get you a bag, get you supplies, get you tools. What would you be interested in?
Probably a bag.
Okay. Get you a bag for 5. With your last 5, we can get you supplies like bandages or oil or torches or ropes. What would you be interested in?
Probably bandages.
Okay. How many would you like? Each one is 1 copper.
Probably 3.
3. Alright, you have 2 left. The last 2 can go toward maybe a knife or a sack, so you can carry loot.
Probably a knife.
Okay. A good sidearm in case the enemy get close. We'll see. Okay, we can hear your background sound. Sable. Let's see. You got 140 coppers. First, we need your clothes and your spellbook. It's cost 30. Let me write this down. Spellbook. Alright, you're down to 110. For armor, what would you like?
I like a gambeson and a helmet.
Okay, that's 50 total. You're down to 60. And how about weapons?
A spear.
Alright, spear.
Wait, I don't need weapons because I already have a mace, right?
This is your new character.
Oh, okay, I'll take a spear.
Alright, you have 30 left. Gonna recommend either some supplies and equipment or some missile weapon. What do you think?
Do I have enough for a short bow?
You do. 20. If you want, you can go for 10 arrows instead of 20, and it costs 25. But if you want 20 arrows, it costs 30.
I'll buy a short bow.
How many
Wait,
arrows?
20 arrows.
Okay, that's the remainder of your funds. Alright. Stark, you next, you last, but not least. Let's see, you got 100 coppers. We're gonna get you a set of clothes, some armor. What would you think for armor? Fighters need to focus on weapons and armor, so you're at 95. You want a helmet, shield, gambeson? What do you think, Stark? Stark? Alright, may have lost him.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Not you.
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
My mic is fucked up.
it's
What
okay.
did you say?
What armor would you like? Helmet, shield, gambeson? Which one? Or both? Or you have 95 coppers. Each one is 25.
Hmm.
And you are a fighter.
Can I get the? You said. Wait, what are the options again? My
Each
bad.
one is 25 coppers. Your options are helmet, gambeson, and shield. Gambeson is like medieval body armor. Helmet, of course, protects your head. Shield is handheld armor. Good against arrows.
Okay, I'll get the second option, the Gims.
Gambeson, body armor. Okay. Alright, do you want more? Or do you just want the gambeson?
I'll take a shield also.
Okay. You're down to 45 coppers. You have the gambeson and the shield. Alright. Do you want to move on to weapons or do you want more armor?
Let's move on to weapons.
Very well. Do you want missile weapon or melee?
Melee.
Alright. With your shield, a good combo is going to be shield and axe for frontlining or shield and spear, right, for that reach. But you can go for a
I'll do
dagger or
spear.
club. Spear? Good choice. Alright. Very good choice. You're down to 15 coppers. You have a spear and shield now. With your last 15, I recommend a missile weapon so you can hunt. Right. Fighters need to be capable at both range and melee. Right. So, sling is the one you can afford for 10. You want a sling?
Yeah, I'll take a sling.
With your last 5, you can get a tool. You can get a bag. You can get supplies. What would you like to spend your last 5 on? Or you can save it.
Supplies. Supplies.
Supplies? Okay, what kind of supplies would you like? You want food, torches, bandages, medicine? What do you think?
Bandages.
Each bandage is 1 copper. How many would you like? You only need 1 bandage for 1 person if someone's bleeding out, actually. But if 2 people are bleeding out, you need
I'll
2.
take all 5. All
5 rolls of
5.
bandages? Okay.
Yeah.
Combat medic. Alright. Very well. Alright. We are low on torches though. Our crew only has like 2. So hopefully the seasoned members have torches for you. We're gonna move on to names. Final step of the character preparation. Actually, real quick, Sable, for your spells. Do you want 2 random? 2 Dungeon Master pick or 1 of your choice?
2 random.
Okay, 2d12 please. And everyone else, thank you for your patience. 9 and 8. Okay, you've got read languages and read magic. You are the librarian in the party, right? So, the researcher. Technically, you can also use anyone else's spells too, right? So that's pretty nice. And you can communicate with any monster. Alright, good to go. So, last late before we can start is names. Okay. So Alpha, do you want an old school name or do you want to pick it for your new thief? Alright. I'm just
Alpha.
gonna say a reminder. If you don't pay attention, I'm not gonna pay attention to you either, right? So I'm just gonna move on. Chu, what
Alright.
name would you like?
Can I pick can I use the same name as the old one?
Leaf?
Yeah.
No, Leaf is still alive. It's just Leaf is getting a retainer. His first
Oh,
his first like knight,
oh,
right, or servant. So
alright. I'm
you want old school?
choose a old school. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you did last time, I think, right? Let's see. You
Yeah.
want to roll for it or do you want me to roll for it?
I'll roll for it.
Alright, good. Okay, roll percentile, please. 1d100. Thank you. 48. Alright, it's 2 syllables. Roll 1d6 and 1d100. So roll 2d6 and 2d100s, please. So start with 2d6, and then after that, roll 2d100s. Alright, 3 and 2. Okay, 2d100 next. Thank you. Alright, 97, 27. Or 95, 27. Okay, so. Alright, his name is. Do you want this to be a woman or a man? Does it matter?
A woman.
Alright, so we got Leclerc. Alright, Leclerc. So,
Okay.
that's your new character. Let's see.
Alright.
And then, Enclave, do you want an old school name or do you want to pick your name?
I'm gonna pick it.
Okay, what would you like?
It's gonna be Yugmund. It's gonna be Jugmund.
You said J, is that what you said first?
Jugmund, and then he's Vanos's son, so he shares the same last name.
Yep, of course. Jugman of House Enclave. Good to go. Naku, what would you like?
Uh,
What did you say?
I said Ray, R-A-Y.
Very well. Sorry, cut out. Rabbit.
Is there a possibility it could be randomized?
Yep, old school name. Very well. Go ahead and try rolling it. Roll a percentile die for me in the bots channel / roll space 1d100. Get some practice in for rolling.
Okay. Slash roll, and then what was the number?
1d100 percentile.
100. Well, what is a percentile?
It's the same thing. 1d100 is a percentile.
Yeah. Yeah, you just can put 1D100. You don't
So
have to
/
put
roll
those.
space 1d100. Yeah, what Naku said.
Okay, okay. Like that?
Thank you. Good. Yep.
Yeah.
And then roll. Let's see. That's 2 syllables. Roll 2d6, please. / roll space 2d6.
Slash. Okay.
All right. And then do / roll space 2d100. And get an old school Amigian name.
Boom. There we go.
Okay, good. We got 19 and 11. Let's see. Us and. Alright. You're going to be Bomis. So Bomis. Yeah, Bomis the apprentice, first of all thief of House Rabbit, the first of your household. Sable, you're next. Do you want an old school name, or do you want to pick your name?
I want to pick my name.
Alright, what would you like?
Jericho.
Jericho? Is it Jerico?
CHO.
CHO. Okay, thank you. Alright, Stark, would you like an old school name, or do you want to pick it?
First option.
Old school? Okay, very well. Go ahead and roll a percentile die, 1d100 in the bots channel, / roll space 1d100.
Repeat that again.
Yeah, go into bots channel, you can roll / roll space 1d100. So type / roll space 1d100. Very good. Alright, now you can roll / roll space 2d6, okay? So / roll space 2d6. Alright, lastly, you're going to roll / roll space 2d100s. Okay? This will determine your old school name. Alright, good. Very good. 88 and 67. Let's see. Alright, your name is Kaglin. So it's Kaglen. Kaglin. You're Kaglin the veteran. First level fighter of House Stark. First of your household. Let's see. The idea is if you're brand new, your first character is the first of your family to make it out of serfdom, right? They're no longer slaves to the land, and you're making a name for yourself. You're the first of your line, right? Of your family line to like set out and gain, of course, fame and fortune and such, right? Let's see. Gain some repute. Let's see. Alright. Well, with that, you guys have finished preparation. We can take a small break, and after the break, we'll begin the adventure. So thank you so far for your patience. I am playing so far. No one has dropped out yet, so that's really good. That's a good sign. Please take a 5-minute break, and then come back, and we'll start.
Yeah, my roommate took her son to the room so he can watch TV over there because I couldn't hear shit when he was calling me.
Huh? What?
Because Naku told me that Ekin called for me. I'm pretty sure it was for my name, but I couldn't hear because my roommate's kid was being loud. Well, being a child, I should say. But we good now. We good, boys.
Sweet.
Here we are. Alpha, what name did you want to pick? You missed that part.
So I'm gonna do Dren the second.
Dren the second. Very well. Son of Dren.
Yes, I'm keeping it simple. Yeah. I updated the name and the I removed the F for fight and I put the T for thief.
I appreciate it. Real quick. Do you remember how many experience points Dren had?
I know he had made it through 2 successful missions. I don't know how much XP that would have came out to.
Okay, I'll look up his sheet real quick.
Does that roll over or something?
Yeah, you good.
You get a little bit of money for it. Alright, Dren had 0 experience points and no money. Alright, you earned nothing from your father. You left nothing behind. Let's see.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, take your 5-minute break.
Yikes, let's have the party.
we lose some?
We lost Rabbit.
Alright, sweet.
Lost a lot of people.
Yeah, I thought we lost 2. I thought there were 7.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't know if they're gonna join back or not. Maybe,
He
maybe not.
jinxed it. He said, "Oh, we have nobody that's abandoned." And now
Yeah.
we lost.
They'll just start flooding out. Hopefully we get some people back.
So that empty, so this the whole, and it's considered cold division.
Wait, June. Start came back. Cool. Oh damn! Everybody left. No, that's crazy.
What?
Yeah, I thought the whole party was there.
My bad. Did for a second.
Nah, I'm just muted, fam.
I wasn't always.
Alright, we did forget to prepare the older characters, so we'll do that real quick. Welcome back everyone from the break. But we need to get so Nixie and his retinue back, and everyone else who had characters before this, right? So I'm assuming Sable, you want to play as Nixie still?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, and do you plan to recruit from Falsey again?
I do.
Let me see his reaction. Alright, he accepts. Okay,
Can I also recruit Nathan?
Nathan. Yeah, let me see if he's willing to come back.
If he comes back, can I play as Nathan?
7. Alright. You want Nathan to take over?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. He did accept, it looks like. So Nixie invited Nathan back in, and Nathan said sure, and then so Nixie said that he'd like Nathan to lead House Sable, right? Okay, so let me see his charisma. His charisma is 14. He can lead House Sable. We'll see. That means he can have up to 5 retainers, and so Nixie, from Falsey, and Jericho is 3, so he can have up to 2 more. Let's see. All right. So Nathan leads House Sable. I would grab their sheets. I just posted them. We'll see. Oh shit. Alright, there we go. Alright, also bringing back some characters. It's gonna be, I think, Naku, right? You bringing back Abril the Second. You're playing as Abril the Second, I suppose, right? We'll see.
Yeah.
And did he have retainers or no? It was just him.
Yeah, it was just me. Now I got Ray. That's about it.
Yeah. Alright.
Can
So,
can I give Ray a bag and buy some food?
yeah, we'll do that real quick. Let's see, bag. I'll give the other player a chance too in a second. Let's see. Food, just 30 pounds is good.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. How many people we got?
We're
Yikes!
gonna
I'll
have a
make
few.
it six.
So,
I'll make it 16.
okay, good idea. Alright,
Yeah.
you can carry 30, and then Ray can carry 30. How's that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Your bag is full, and his is as well. Or nearly full. His is nearly full. Yours is definitely full.
Yeah.
So can I spend Onyx's money?
You cannot spend your retainer's money. So, if you switch characters, the others become NPCs, non-playable.
So can I like transfer the money?
That would lower their morale. So, hugely,
I was
right?
gonna
So,
ask.
Okay, how much money does Nathan have?
right. Let's see. So Nathan has 2 copper pieces, right? So Nixie has 249. That's money he earned. And if he just gives it willingly to Nathan, who he never really met or adventured with, that would make Zuniski, that would, you know, you can't really, so Zuniski, if you played as him, you could have given your money to Nathan maybe, of course,
They're not the other way.
but yeah, not the other way around. Now that you're Nathan, you can't switch back. And
Okay.
typically, if you switch characters, the other character has to retire, right? Or the only time you switch characters is if your other character retires or is killed. So if you don't want to play as Oniski, which is the current PC, then technically he's retired and Nathan's leading House Sable. Right? That's how it would go. So that's actually how it's supposed to be. So Oniski's not joining us for this one. He's like retired and letting Nathan take, uh, he's taking a break actually with all his money. He's retired and letting Nathan, of course, lead House Sable.
Okay, never mind. I would like to play as Onyxy then, if it's not too late.
Oh, you want to play as Solnixie?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want him to recruit Nathan then instead? Because naturally,
Yeah.
Someone with more experience and more money won't serve and give all their money to someone who has less experience and less money, right? Like, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
So, um, in a video game term, right, where you have complete control of all your characters, it does, but in a real life, in story mode, right, which we're doing, it wouldn't make any sense. Solnixie's his own man. You're just like his player, of course. So he wouldn't do that to
So how
some
much
random
is
elf.
90? How much is 60 pounds of food?
60 pounds of food is 20 coppers.
I'd like to buy another 60 pounds.
Let me update that. Don't have a jet ferret anymore. 60 pounds. And then Nathan's food is gone, I think. Let's see. Yeah, does not have this. This is old. Okay, so you want to buy 60 pounds of food, and you want your who's gonna carry it in your retinue? It's 30
You
pounds,
Does
carry
right?
it,
It's gonna
Fossey
fall.
have a
literally
bag?
some of it.
From
I have
Falsey,
a backpack.
does not have a bag, it looks like, but he's willing to buy his own. He buys a backpack, so he can do his job properly. Right, so he bought his own backpack, so you can
And
you
I'd
can give
also
him the
like
food.
to buy 3 torches and put them in from Fossey's backpack.
Alright, he took 30 pounds of food and 3 torches. Who's gonna carry the other 30 pounds?
I can.
Well, it's just his retinue right now. I mean, if his retinue can't, then you guys could volunteer, but...
Okay.
So he's a retinue, so he can make his retinue carry his stuff before he makes other players carry it. Let's see, so Nixie,
I'll put it in Nathan's bag.
Nathan's, yeah, he doesn't have much, so... Good call. Right. We have made those purchases.
Can
249
I get
minus
Sonixi a shield
20.
too?
Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, 229 now. You want Zonixi to have a shield? Okay, so at 204. Shield acquired. Anything else?
That'll be all.
Alright, you don't want to miss out for Zonixi here? Maybe a crossbow, short bow.
Crossbow.
40, so yeah, 164 now. Crossbow, 10 corals. Alright, good to go. And then, let's see, Sable didn't make any other purchases, or, I mean, Nathan to make any other purchases from Falsey. 40 coppers. No, let's see, he's gonna make another purchase. He ended up purchasing himself a helmet, so his head is protected. 15, okay, 15 left. Helmet. Where the fuck did his clothes go? Do we have a corrupted sheet again? Let's see. Oh, we just never added it? What the fuck? Okay. Let's do that real quick. Clothes and helmet. Okay, there we go. Let's see. And Jericho, of course, is dirt poor, so nothing for him. Alright, back to Naku. Let's see. Do you have any other purchase you want to make for Brule? You have 10 coppers.
Nah, I keep it. Can just take a cat out. Oh, yeah, somebody else out there. My bad.
Good. And then let's go back to Enclave. Enclave is Von House. You have 26 coppers. Do you need to make any other preparations before we set out? Also, this food is gone.
Am
Let's see.
I able to give, since he's my son, am I able to give, Yegmund my copper?
You could give it to him to carry if you want. What else? You want to name him your son? Typically, your characters can only give large amounts of money to, of course, their heirs and all that. So.
Yeah, I want to give him all my money so that he's, what, at like 50 or like 40 something?
Right. So you give him 26 coppers. So he has 36 now. Alright.
And then there's not really anything else.
Yeah, you're dirt poor now. Let's see. Right, next player is Chu. Chu as a character, right? It's Leaf. Let's get Leaf back in the expedition.
But like, I don't understand the. Like, what does it do?
What does what do?
Like, why do I need like several characters?
Oh, so every player is allowed to create one new character every time they play, right? So new players and old players alike, right? Your new characters that you roll up can replace your old ones or can become retinue, retainers of your old characters. Naturally, the more characters you have, the more action economy you have technically, right? Because you can give them orders and you make more profits, of course. It just shows that, you build up a retinue, you have more options, of course, naturally. You have backup characters now, and you have seniority over other players, right? Naturally. So you build up your retinue over time, and therefore you don't just die outright like a noob and then have nothing there to show for it, right? You build up your men your legacy. So if you die, you have people to take on your position, right? Who have been growing with you since the start, right?
I see, I
So
see.
when Leif dies, if he has a second command, they can take Leif's place, right? Every character
And
will die
also,
in D&D. It's guaranteed.
for some reason it's really blurry for me. So is it possible you send me my character's thingy?
I can type
And
it up for you.
Oh, yeah. All this
yeah,
information, by the way,
please.
I post it in the characters channel, so you can actually find it there if you really want to. Let's see, but I'll
Alright.
let's see. Yep, it's all in there. But I'll just copy paste all this right now in a bit once I finish typing it all out, so you guys can
Okay,
have a look at
okay.
it. Let's see, all the updated notes. Yeah, put all character notes in there. Put all campaign notes in notes channel, and all discussions are in discussion naturally.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. For Leaf, of course, you have 25 copper pieces. You want to make any purchases? You can buy new armor if you want. You can buy supplies, weapons, flaming oil. What do you think?
Wait, what? Um, what's flaming oil for?
Flaming oil is like a medieval hand grenade. You light it up. You can use it as
Oh,
fuel, but
right.
it blows up right in flames, like a Molotov.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, you want to save your money? Very well.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, you might be the last of the returning characters. Let me double check. Let's see. All right, yeah, I think you're the last one. Okay, so all the seasoned members are here, and all the juniors are here too, right? So all the yeah, we got all the characters now. A pretty large party. That's really good. A really good chance of success. Now you're starting to look like a real band of adventurers, right? Let's see. Okay. So we're gonna get some tokens on the board for all the characters in our party. Let's see. I do need to add some more tokens at some point. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 characters in this party. Nice.
Yeah. Kinda really do some stuff, huh?
Hopefully. Hopefully we get to kill some wild then this time. Maybe.
That question. Hopefully.
I don't like tunnels, man.
I don't either.
And then Shu had what, 1 hit point for a new character?
I think. Let me see.
Shu, what's your character's name? The new one?
I think it's Leaf. Or the other one?
The new one, yeah. Shu, did you?
I don't think they heard.
I must be muted or something. Oh, and explains it. Hey, welcome back.
Does it work now?
Yes,
Yeah, we
your
don't
audio's
know.
not broken. Hey Chu, what's your new character's name?
Lacrare, so Lacrare, I think.
Quite the name.
That'll be fine. And then male or female?
It's a female.
Okay. Do you remember what your hit point was? It's 1, I think,
It's
right?
1. Yeah, 1.
And then you're a magic user?
Yeah.
Okay. How much copper do you have left over? If you
I
have
can't
any,
remember.
that's fine.
Alright, thank you everyone for your patience. I'm just, as you can see, adding your token to the board. So, in case you were wondering
See,
what's going on. Alright. So we got
big
all
party,
12 of
man.
us. Yeah. Very good.
Character.
Alright, there we go. So all 13 of us, I meant. So we got 13 men in our ranks. Okay, let's begin. So,
All 13 are men?
well,
No,
men
just
and women, troops.
13 people.
Yeah. Let's see, party members.
Oh, alright.
Okay, so it is currently early June of year 16. 16 years since humans began to settle in these scorched swamplands, also known as Scorchmoor. Welcome to the world of Dungeons and Dragons. You are a band of adventurers seeking your fortune across this dangerous medieval land. You have traveled from the town of Pomolo all the way to the front lines, to Camp Sertenki, the frontier settlement on the western borderlands of Scorchmoor, right? This is the farthest reach of human territory, at least among settlements, there is to be, right? You're at Camp of Sertenki, and from here there's plenty of risk and reward to be won, right? Plenty of danger, plenty of golden glory awaiting you. Northwest of here is the High Rulers campaign, Castle Ruin Evastur, which is under siege and has been under siege for about 3 years now. No one has managed to besiege the Castle Ruin and succeed, right? The caverns as well. The caverns below the Castle Ruin, which have been, at the beginning just blown to bits and all that, with cannon fire and all that, nothing seems to be working. Adventurers continue to fail, and same with Zerteki's guard, and same with any of the Templars from Zerteki's temple. No one seems to be able to take Castle Ruin Evastur, but someday it might be brought back into the realm of mankind, right? Might be reclaimed. Castle Ruin Evastur was a castle established in the first generation of adventurers before our time, right? Before year 16, or before any of the current settlers arrived, right? The foundation of Bramall. It is an old settlement. It was here, in an age before this current age, right? So about maybe a decade earlier, right, or so. So Ruins of Evastur is one of the oldest castles, right? When these lands were fully conquered, right, but they were lost and now are being retaken again. So you seek your golden glory in this land. You seek to make a name for yourself. You seek to live a story and a tale worth remembering, right? This is your band, your crew, right? These are your mates. Whether you want to be loyal to them or not is up to every member, right? Everyone has to choose how they want to be. So everyone gets their own choice of how they behave, right? So what's most important though is what brought you here to Camp Sertenki. Your first task for this week. What's going to bring your characters together to seek your golden glory. Whether you take on this task or not will be up to your crew. Whether you seek out your own, ventures or adventures or expeditions, all new, right? You guys will get a chance to discuss what you'll do as a band of adventurers. Whether you want to go raiding and pillaging across the demi-human settlements, right? Whether you want to work in the town as farmers, right? It's all on you. But for the opportunity this week, the newest player shall roll 1d10. One of the newest players shall roll 1d10 to know, so as we have a task for this week, right? A task suitable for our crew. So let's say either Stark or Rabbit. One of you, whoever is faster at rolling the dice, shall roll 1d10 in the bots channel. So whoever rolls it first will take their roll. So slash roll space 1d10. That'll determine this week's adventure, right? Our first hook.
Wait, sorry, what's that for?
we're rolling for a scenario, a hook. Alright, Stark got it first, so we're gonna take Stark's roll. He scored a 1 for your crew. Let's see what that means. Alright, look at my book. See what we got for our task. Band of 12. Lightly armored to medium armored footmen. No horses. What task can we take on? Alright. Very simple task. The presence of a dangerous foe has appeared in the area. Your band of adventurers have been hired to take it out. Basically, lizardmen are reappearing in the southeastern borders of the swamplands. Their territory is the swamps to the northwest, but they're getting closer. They decided that they're trying to retake their lands that we've been trying to take from them for the past, years. We want to clear them out again, drive them back northwest, or drive them back mainly to this part of the swamps, further north. This swampland here was cleared of lizardmen for a good while, so that we have an easy path to ruins of Epistor, right? They're trying to reclaim these swamps again. We want to clear them out. Basically, reports say that bands of lizardmen are trying to push into the south swamplands, right? Your crew has been hired to take them out, right? And typically the pay that you get for lizardmen is pretty decent, but you're offered higher pay because they're in high demand right now to be killed. The guard of Zatanki have hired your mercenary services, or your services as adventurers, to go and kill these lizardmen, right? Take back their the land that we took from them. So let's see. Typically they're worth 25 silvers apiece for their heads. They want you to go in there and slaughter them, and you're gonna get, instead of 25, 35 silvers apiece. So the bounties are very high for the lizardman head. Do you guys like this task? You're free to take it on. There's no contract you gotta sign. All you gotta do is bring back their heads to Camp Zatanki.
How much are they going for again?
So typically they go for 25 silvers, right? This week they're going for 35 per head.
Okay.
That's a lot of money, right, for lizardmen. Now lizardmen, don't underestimate them. They are a very powerful foe, right? You'll need armored weapons, right? And they'll fight just as brutal and just as dangerous. It's their homeland territory, the swamps. You could think of them as the Viet Cong, right? They're very, very deadly. You'll be going to the jungles, right? Hunting them down.
In the swamps or the jungle?
Yeah, the swamp. It's like a jungle or swamp, right?
I'm down to kill some lizard, man. I think we have a lot of people who can probably do it, and we have a big enough party.
Yeah, I think we should do it.
Sounds good.
Alright, so we have agreed to hunt the lizard men. Very well. So, with that said, at least a majority of or it sounds like a majority are starting to agree. But the shareholders, which are the PCs of course, which include, I think, Dren, and Leif, and Von House. So these are the party leaders, of course, the player characters. Avril a second. Kaglin, right? Let's see. Let's fix his name real quick. In the Discord, if we can. Let's see. Rabbit. Or Stark. Let's see, Stark. There you go. And then here's Rabbit. There's Bomus. Fuck. Alright, of course. So let's see. These are all retainers, I think. Jericho, yeah. Yeah, these are the retainers. They don't really gotta say. Okay. So, out of the 7 of you, you have to make a vote. Are we on board with this task, or do you want to find a new task? We can always find more tasks, or take on other tasks that we have in mind, right? Maybe from previous expeditions. So Dren says he's on board, right? Dren, you want to go hunt lizardmen? I heard Leaf wants to go hunt lizardmen. I heard Brule wants to go hunt them. Alright, so next year, what do you think? Do you have a different idea, or do you want to hunt lizardmen?
Hunting lizard man's fine.
Okay. Then Phone House, what do you think?
I'm neutral, so
On board.
they're-
Neutral. Alright, Belmis, you on board with this or do you have a different idea? Questions, concerns? Belmis, the apprentice of House Rabbit. What do you think about the plan?
Rabbit.
Alright, he's not certain. Keglin, what do you think?
Did I get called?
Keglin of House Stark.
I choose to go.
You're on board? Alright, I heard you. Now the only one that's iffy is Belmis then. Belmis, are you with us?
Yeah, rabbit.
Or do you have cold feet? Alright, he's not on board. He's the only one not coming. Let's see. So in that case, it's 12. We lose a member. Let's see. Unfortunate, right? Let's continue then. So after tonight, after the discussion over fire, after realizing Bowman has cold feet, and everyone else is on board, you get some sleep, naturally. In the morning, you can have breakfast, naturally. Would you like to visit the homeless shelter for food, or do you guys want to cook your own food?
We can cook
I'd
our own
rather-
food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Guess
let's
what?
cook.
Everybody's gonna love this. I've got this wonderful dish.
No,
What else gonna
Not
be for
today.
us? What else?
Wait, but I think has quite a lot of food.
So Leclerc
we
can
have a lot
cook.
of.
She's got 30 pounds. Who wants to be in charge of cooking today? I suggest either.
I can.
Yeah, you wanna?
Thank you. Some other than beef stew.
I was gonna say if nobody speaks up,
This
you're
is
gonna have
going.
to have beef stew.
So Leclerc has food. So Leaf, what do you want to order Leclerc to make for the crew, or be in charge of cooking? And everyone else will help cook naturally. But because Leclerc is yours,
Sorry.
what are we eating for breakfast this morning? Half of it can be
Uh,
grains, half of it can, or a quarter can be meat, and a quarter can be yeah, quarter can be meat or poultry, whatever. And a quarter can be vegetables or fruits.
What do you guys prefer?
Beef
Meat.
and cabbage.
Meat, go meat, and yeah.
Or I guess a half the grain can be egg instead if you want poultry. So you can do like half eggs, sausage, and then some potatoes or rice. Your choice.
All right, yeah, let's do that.
Alright, a simple breakfast, a light breakfast, or kind of light, medium, normal breakfast. You eat this delicious meal, right? Prepared by your crew, but in charge of the crew or the cooking was Leclerc and Leaf. They made you guys breakfast. With that, our characters are fed and are ready to march, right? By 0800, after washing, after prayers, after whatever else you need to do to prepare yourselves, you'll be ready to set out on foot, right? Now, before we set out, though, you might have preparations such as choosing what spells you want, where you want to march, and what equipment you want to carry as you march, right? So we'll go down the list and give everyone a chance to figure this out. So we'll go start with Dren. Dren, do you know where you want to march? And do you know what you want to carry during the march?
I am gonna carry my bow, and I will do my listening ability while we travel as a thief.
What kind of bow is it? Short bow?
Yeah, with my short bow.
Alright, and then Leaf, the medium. What spell would you like to prepare for the day?
Wait, what? I think our let's do the
Oh yeah, let me copy paste these character sheets real quick so you guys can look at them.
leaf. I think she already knows sleep, so I'm gonna do the other one.
Okay.
Copy magic, whatever it's called.
Alright, you want to have read magic prepared? So Leaf only can memorize one spell a day, right? So between read magic or sleep, which one do you want to memorize?
I think we need the other one a little bit more.
You want to prepare sleep
Read
for this?
magic.
Read magic? Okay. And then, do you want to march with any particular weapon or equipment in your hands? Like, do you want to carry your sling around? Or do you want to be free-handed? Keep your hands
Like
free.
this sling.
Carry the sling? Okay.
Wait, can I only carry one thing?
You carry two. I mean, this is like in your hand. Everything else is still on you. It's just, what do you want to march with in your hands?
Oh, yeah, let's take this sling.
Okay, yeah. Alright, and Leclerc. She's, unless you give her orders, she's memorizing sleep and marching with her, what X? Or marching with her sling, actually. So she can shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, let's prepare Von House for the expedition. Von House, what do you want to march with in your hands?
I'm gonna have the longbow out.
Alright, next is Jugman. Unless you give him orders, he's gonna be marching with his spear.
Yeah, he's just gonna have a spear.
Alright, the crew is just forming up ranks, preparing this to march out right now. Abrul, let's see. What do you want to march with?
Spear shield.
Alright, good to go. Alright, then Ray, unless you give him orders, is marching with his crossbow.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Alright, Bomis, what would you want to march with, your knife or your pike? Or something else, or free hands? Is Bomis back with us or no?
Got it.
He's still gone? Okay, desertion. Alright, so Nixie, what would you like to march with? Crossbow, mace, or pickaxe?
Crossbow.
Let's see. Chu, do you know where your friend or your boyfriend went? Is he coming back? Let's see. Nathan is going to be marching with his sling and shield, unless you order him otherwise. Spell he memorized was magic missile, unless you want to order him to memorize a particular spell.
Magic missile is fine.
Alright, Funfalzi has memorized Hold Portal and is marching with Short Bow.
That's fine.
Okay, and Jericho will be marching with Short Bow as well. Memorized 3 languages, unless you want them to memorize something else.
That's fine.
Last but not least, Starkus Kagwin. What would you like to prepare during the march?
Nothing. I want to go just like that.
Just you don't want to march with your spear and shield in hand, or do you just want to march free-handed?
Wait. I wanna march with my items too. Yeah.
Yeah, like you
Take
have
all
all
my
your
items with me.
equipment, but like what do you want to carry as you march? Like in your hands, equip.
My shield.
Shield and sling? How's that? So you can shoot
Yeah.
monsters and take cover? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you. Alright, marching order. Who wants to lead the way to the swamplands? We can have 3 abreast, right? Comfortably. But of course, the more people we have abreast, the more casualties we might suffer at the very front, right? So sometimes it's good to go single file or double file instead.
Could Dren go in the front since he has the polearm and
Yeah, and I'll go up there. I'll go up there with you.
One of your guys has a pike. Wait, no. Never mind, he deserted. Mine. Okay, yeah, polearm. So Dren. You have a spear or a polearm?
It's a polearm, a 10-foot polearm.
You're not carrying that right now. It says you're carrying a short bow.
Yeah.
You wanna switch?
Yeah, I'll switch if the party can cover me.
Yeah, I'll come up there with you.
Cool.
Yeah, you have a 10-foot pole, not polearm. Just a pole.
Yeah, I'm in pole lane.
Let's see. Alright, Dren's leading the way with the 10-foot pole. Alright, who wants to lead with him? In the front.
I will.
Give me a name. Abrul and who else?
Abrul. I think that was third.
Keglin too? Let's see. Keglin, did you say you want to lead?
Third.
I'm not sure if he said yes or not.
Okay.
Alright.
I can have a Yugmund at the front if there's like an open slot that somebody needs filled.
Sure. You send Youngman to the front. Who will be second rank? Who wants to follow the front? Give me 3 names.
Definitely Von Haas, middle somewhere.
Okay, second command, Von House. Anyone else in second rank?
So Nixie and Nathan, as long as they both have like missile weapons.
See, Nathan's got his. Where's Nathan? Yeah, he got sling and shield ready. All right, third rank.
Ray can go up there.
Ray.
And then, yeah, he can go up there.
I need 2 more.
Leaf can.
Not a fighter.
Okay. 1 more. I guess Keglin can take rear guard since he's a fighter. Keglin, are you with us? Stark?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you want to be rear guard? Is that fine? Or did you want to lead?
What?
I wasn't sure if you wanted to lead or lead.
I want to lead. I want to lead.
Oh, okay. Put you in the front, put Yugman in the back. So who's going to be third right here? Leclerc or from Falsey, Jericho? Taking this last spot.
Leclerc can go.
Okay. And these guys are rear guard, so they'll lead us out of trouble if we do get into trouble. Let's see. Alright, let us march. So there's Tenki. The standard course travel, of course, into the swampland is northwest. Would you rather go through the forest north or the plains west? Or is northwest good with your party?
Go to the plants.
Stick to the plan. Alright.
Yeah.
In that case, we start here. We push to this corner here. Or if we want to go here to here, that's about 4.5 miles. I think. Yeah. It's 4.5 miles. So the party is if movement is medium footman half speed, 2 miles per hour. But the terrain is different. So to get through this part of the plains, it's roughly 2 miles. And then get here, it's roughly 2 miles. So it'll take you about an hour to get through the plains here. And it'll take you about in the swamps you move at 1 mile an hour. So it'll take you about 2.5 hours to get to the middle of the swamp. No wait. It'll take you about 1.5 hours to get. No, wait, it's double. So yeah, it takes you 3 hours to get to the middle of the swamps. So we'll start with here, just to get to the start of the swamps. To get to the swamps in the first place, it's going to take you about 1 hour. Okay. So let's see if anything occurs during that time as you push through the grasslands toward the swamps. First, we'll see if anything occurs in the hour during the march. Okay. And then we'll roll if there's an encounter. Actually, we'll roll the encounters first. Alright. This roll is going to be for monsters. No. Animals. No. Safe travels to the edge of the grasslands. You arrive at the swamps after an hour of marching. In an 8-hour shift of work after departing Sertenki at 0800, you can work for 8 hours a day, 6 hours of marching. So you've already done one of the 6 hours of marching. 5 more hours left that you can march throughout that day. After 3 hours, of course, that'll be lunch break. Let's see. You push on into the swamps now. And we know that it's going to take us roughly 3 hours to get to this position here due to our half speed. So it takes us 3 whole hours just to get there. I think. So actually, with 2 miles an hour, half rate is 1 mile. So no, it takes us 1.5 hours. I mean, 1.5 hours to get to this position, 3 hours to get across the swamps. So it's gonna take us 1.5 hours, roughly 2. Rolling again. I need monsters. Monsters encountered. Potentially. Animals. Right. And of course, lizardmen. Lizardmen. I think lizards are mostly nocturnal, but there's 2 and 6 because we're in their territory that they've taken back. No lizardmen encounter. Alright, let's see if it occurs actually at the hour, because we only march for 2 hours roughly. So only a 2 in 8 chance. Alright, no monsters technically. We find some tracks maybe, but they're very old. We find some old animal tracks too. Nothing serious. If you want to know what they were, I'll describe them to you. You found giant lizard tracks for the monster, and for the animal tracks you found hoof prints, maybe deer or antelope out here in the swamps. Or actually no, it wouldn't be a swamp creature. You saw no, you didn't see tracks, you saw like a nest out here, like bird nests for the animals, right? So you saw bird nests out in the trees. They're old and abandoned at the moment, or they're not abandoned, but they're just out there in the trees, right? They're high up in the swamp trees. Are you interested in these bird nests? You want to get some eggs?
No.
No.
Alright, push on to your objective. And the objective is you're looking for the enemy foothold, right? Their hideout, or wherever they're hiding out here in the swamps. So after about 2 hours of marching, technically 1.5, right? We're getting close to lunch period, but we made it to the midst of the swamps. You're in the middle of this swamp. It's horrible out here. It's a summer day, and summer in Scorchmore is scorching hot, right? The weather is like the slave weather. It's super hot, super moist. It's a jungle out here. It's blazing hot and humid, and you know you're breathing in water pretty much as you march through here. You can feel yourself sweating super bad. It stinks. You hear bugs everywhere. It's just bright and sunny, hot sun on your back, and just fucking dripping in sweat in this jungle, this swampland, right? Pushing through the moors. The water is even warm too, right? The water is not cooling you. The water does cool you down a little bit, but it's warm water due to the heat. So it's warm swamp water, full of bacteria, disease, and bugs and such. You have to march through. All right, you're out here in the swamps, in the middle of it all, and there's been no signs of lizard men out here. Do you want to push north? You know the lizardmen territory is to the north. So you've spotted no lizardmen yet.
But do we want to have lunch first?
Yeah, might be a good time to take a lunch break.
Yeah, take a little break.
Alright, it's time for lunch. As you guys prepare for lunch, first we need to get some firewood, of course, get some high ground where it's dry and cook. Any particular meal you guys want to eat today?
Yugman wants to cook.
Beef stew.
Beef stew? Very well. Your daily dose of beef stew. Alright.
Uh,
So men enjoy their little lunch here. They eat beef stew. As we have lunch, is there anything we wish to discuss or do?
What's gonna be our
um,
tactic of
does it, how many mages with sleep do we have? Because that's gonna be a lot to play in this.
In the far distance, you hear some terrifying sounds, but it's very far, very distant, right? It sounded like some type of weird animal scream, right?
Can I go investigate?
No, no, wait,
It's
wait,
far in the
hey, Brew
distance.
stops him. We do not want to mess with that. We do not want to mess with that.
Alright,
I'll
that's
stay
Send
there.
legitimate.
scout if you want.
That's what we
160
came
yards
for.
from your position, and it's moving away, right? It sounded distant. 160 yards to the so some imagine like you're like in fucking Jurassic Park. You hear some like weird dinosaur sounds, right, in the jungle. It was north of your position. Some weird
If
croaking
you guys,
reptilian
Nah.
cry in the north.
we're eating?
we're resting. Why would we go out there and try to see whatever that is?
It's north
Maybe
of
after.
here anyways. We already know what it is.
You're
Yeah,
already
we're
going
probably
north.
gonna. Yeah.
Get ready.
Alright. Anything else you want to do or discuss over lunch? Or think about? Any questions, concerns?
I tried to
I
ask. You go. My bad.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, it's not that important. You can say what you
Oh,
said.
I was just gonna. How are we gonna approach this nest, and what happens if we get contacted on the way?
Hmm. The lizard man, I never really faced them. I don't know how big they are. I don't know what they're really like myself, but I think they probably similar to most creatures out here. They probably run at you, try to attack you. That's the main thing I can really say. That's what I was asking, how many sleep mages does we have, and do we have enough ranged people?
I think so. If anything, if we get surrounded or something of the sort, Yugman's gonna be. When you get surrounded, you want to make a breakthrough because you don't want to let them pin you into a certain spot. So you want to break through on one of the sides. So Yugman will be leading out, and it's your responsibility to follow him.
Okay. What is Yugsman class or position? What is he?
He's a magic.
Okay. Okay, but
Mr. Magic Man. So if we don't get contacted on the way, we approach the encampment and draw them out with the Yugman sound, and then we.
that's the plan I have. We could try to just surprise them like that, you know,
And then
and hide that.
we'll have our range guys post up with some fighters.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Does anybody have sleep? That's the question. Because we had.
Leclerc does.
Okay, well, when they come, I just don't want to get in a position where we're surrounded and can't do anything.
Sorry?
I was saying I didn't want to get in a position where we get surrounded and can't do anything.
Again, Youngman's gonna be going for the breakthrough, and I expect a rule to follow him because I think you're a better fighter class out of the. You guys can probably barely hear me. Sorry.
Pretty good.
I expect a rule to follow Yugman if we do get surrounded.
Yeah, I'll follow.
As well as the others. That way we can actually make a breakthrough instead of.
Alright, the lunch hour has passed. If you want to have further discussion, it will take time out of your day, if that's okay with you.
I think we're set.
We're set?
Yeah, we're done. We don't.
Alright, the hour of rest, the hour of the march is done. You have finished your lunch, you have had your shits and pisses, your smoke breaks and such, right? Your characters are ready to march. So let's get back to the formation. Who wants to lead again? It's gonna be Dren, Abrul, and
Can we
Keglin.
reform ranks into a spire?
Aspire?
Yeah.
Like
basically an arrow.
Okay.
Maybe a prayer again?
So Abrul leads the way? Or you want
Yeah,
like 3 leading the way and then have 2 wings?
Preferably one in the front.
We could
Just one in the
do
front?
it
And then
like
the ranged towards the middle. Like a total of 5 in the front line, and
Now,
then
if keep in mind, if your range are like lined up like this, like only like 1 or 2 range can actually fire forward, right? The others won't be able
yeah,
to see as well.
Yeah.
So you have to
I
create
was
a
gonna
firing
say
line. Let's see.
5 in the front, and then the firing line would be behind the first 3, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So Von Haas, yeah, and then who else is ranged?
So you create it. I
Ray
guess
has
the
a point.
head of the arrow would be melee then? Is that what you're saying? Or
Yeah,
alright. How many more do we want as the
Maybe
arrowhead? Just 2
5
more or
total.
5 total? Alright, who's
Yeah.
our next 2?
I can put Yugmund up there somewhere on
Alright.
probably the right flank.
I'm
Yugman.
sorry. I'm worried about is that Leclerc, she only has one
okay,
attack
then yeah.
other that she's
One
out there.
spell.
No, not the spell, like hits point.
Oh yeah, that's why she's gonna be towards the middle.
Alright.
Middle's the safest spot usually.
Alright, so can
And
she
she'll have
go
this thing, hopefully. Sorry, go
Leclerc?
ahead.
Yeah.
So Von Haas and Leclerc in the middle, behind the first rank. Yep. And then who wants to go on the right flank of the first row?
I will.
Well, you're already up there in the
Yeah,
front. It's
Keglin, you're already
cool.
up there.
Oh, never mind.
You're like the very front with the men.
Probably put like Zonixie and Nathan on
Yeah,
the
that's
side
what I was-
somewhere because they're both ranged characters.
So Nathan or Zonixie?
Whoever whoever has more decks, put them in the middle with Yugman and Leclerc, and then put the other one on the right flank.
We need
That works with
volunteers.
Same.
Who's volunteer for this spot?
There's Zonixie's decks and Nathan's decks.
Okay. We'll put Nathan here then. Okay, the rest of you are following like this? Is this good?
Closer.
Closer?
Yeah, that works.
So like a diamond? Okay.
Preferably, yeah. There we go.
Okay, this is cool.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's march. The men are pushing to this position here roughly. About 1.5 miles north. It should take you about 1.5 hours. You've already marched for about 3.5 hours today. You have about 2.5 hours you can march before your characters must encamp, right? Otherwise you'll be considered a forced march. So you probably push here tonight, or probably push here and then back here and camp out in the swamps here. Or you can push here and maybe try to leave the swamps and rest out in the plains. Swamps are not a good place to rest naturally.
Yeah,
Unless
that's
you're
what I
a
was
risker.
Let's push out to the plains a little bit. I don't want to sleep in the swamps.
You guys want to push out to the plains now and camp, and then tomorrow morning go to the swamps again?
diagonally, like towards S.
Yeah,
at best.
Alright, so you want to push northwest into the plains? And then tomorrow you
Yes.
can just push east into the swamps again?
Yeah.
Establish a foothold, create your own base camp, right? Alright. We'll march to this position for the day, the rest of the day's march. You encamp the plains. Let's see if we encounter any losing men on the way there. 1 in 6 chance for monsters. Okay, possibly a monster. To get from here to here, it looks like about 2 miles, 2 hours to get there. Okay, possibly a monster encounter. Let's see if it actually happened. 1 and 2 means it actually happened. If they're fresh tracks, they're not old tracks of a monster in the area. Alright. This is the animal encounter. Nope. And here's the lizardman encounter. 2 in 6 chance. Nope.
Please.
We've pushed through the swamps. Safe travels through the swamps. We made it into the plains. The day is coming to an end. It's 1600. Your men are tired. They need their rest. Right. So you encamp. Your party can create. What kind of terrain you guys want? The high ground or low ground in the plains?
High ground.
High ground?
High
Okay.
ground.
It's a hot summer day, right? It's June. And you you create a camp. It's consisting of a pile of firewood at the moment. So a stockpile for firewood, and of course a fire. We have no tents, I think, or do we have a tent?
I don't think so.
I think somebody got a tent, but no, I don't know of anything.
Can I get a tent?
Yeah, Funfalzi has a tent. He can use that to
Yeah.
store any of the goods
Oh.
that need to remain dry, like food. No one's gonna sleep in it, but he's gonna use it to
Yeah.
store the perishable goods, so it doesn't rot.
Sweet.
The rest of us will sleep
Cool.
outside. Okay, so
And that's like more than single use, right?
the tent, yeah, you can use it again and again, unless it burns or something, or gets destroyed. But he sets up his tent, and then of course we store the food in there, any supplies that we need to keep dry. And then from there we build up a camp. You guys want to create defenses for your camp? Like you guys want to sharpen stakes and create stake walls, or do you want to create ditches? It's gonna take a while. It'll take a day to prepare camp. Right now your character's exhausted, but tomorrow if you want, you can build up an actual like outpost, right? If you're just camping for the night, you just need a fire naturally.
Yeah, we're probably just gonna be here for the camp.
And you can dig in for
'Cause
the
we're
night too,
exhausted
but if you dig in,
already.
your characters will be exhausted, right? Because they're tired right now, but they're not exhausted yet. They'll be exhausted if you take further
Oh,
extraneous
okay.
activities.
It'd be nice to have a spot to fall back to, but I think it's a bit of a waste of time.
Yeah,
There's so much
we're not gonna be here for long. So it's
Yeah.
temporary camp, fire pit, camp, tent, and firewood pile. That's pretty much all it consists of. As we encamp for the evening, is there anything you guys wish to? Your characters in their free time, so this is when they like, you know, train, wash up, get ready for the next day, take naps, whatever. Right, this is their free time. It's 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Anything in particular you guys want to do or discuss or think about as we rest and have dinner eventually?
Bedtime story.
Bedtime stories. Alright, anyone got a bedtime story for your crew? War tales you guys want to share from previous expeditions? Advice
Mm,
you want to share to the rookies?
Yeah.
Don't go to the caverns.
Don't go to the caverns.
No. Don't be hot-headed. Just, try to be careful.
Alright. For dinner, what do you guys want to eat?
It's very easy to die.
Yes.
No.
Seasoned potatoes.
Oh, okay.
You wanna go with some bacon,
Okay.
and then rice. We gotta get the rice, and then some steamed carrots.
The first
see if there's
time,
any pictures
no
of that.
beef stew.
And that was what Yugman cooked. Von Haas was sitting in the corner, just eating a whole head of cabbage.
Please stop, bro. Please. Let's just eat this. This is good. This is good.
Alright. Delicious meal. Okay. Dinner was had. You meant 8. Let's subtract food. So for lunch and for dinner and breakfast. I never subtracted the food, I think. Let me double check. Yeah. So who cooked earlier? Who cooked breakfast? That was Leclerc. When Leclerc cooked breakfast, that was 12 pounds of food lost. We went to 18. For lunch, it was Von Haus who cooked lunch, but he didn't have food on him, so he used someone else's food. He used Abril's food for lunch. So Abril minus 12, so he went down to 18 to feed all 12 men. And then for dinner, let's say we'll use up, just to lighten everyone's load, we'll use up Nathan's food for dinner. Now he has 12 pounds of food, or I mean 18 pounds of food. Alright, so food has been expended. We still have a decent amount. Funfalzi still has 30 pounds. Yeah, we still got plenty of food. Alright, the men have eaten. They are happy. They have been told stories throughout the evening if they wanted to listen. But they encamp. And we're gonna roll to see if anything attacks you while you were resting. Monsters, animals, and orcs. Nope. We're in the orc territories right now. Right.
Oh.
And then next is night shift. We have a night guard with 12 members. I'll say that there are 4 shifts. Each shift is 2 hours long, and there are 3 men on each shift. Is that good?
Yeah.
Right. Monsters. Nope. Animals. Yes. Orcs. No. Let's see. Are we surprised? No. Are they surprised? No. We hear animals from a distance of 130 yards. Are we interested in hunting this animal down? I'll see what it is first, actually.
Not ignored there.
Ignore
No.
it? Okay, we ignored it.
Yeah, we
Did
know.
not send any scouts or hunters throughout the night. Hunting at night is pretty dangerous, unless you're very skilled. Let's see. Alright, so we ignore the animal sounds in the distance. We get to the next day. Morning comes, after prayers, after washing, after breakfast. Who wants to cook breakfast?
I do.
Alright, Von House cooks breakfast. Or, I mean,
That was a
Keglin? Abril?
I
Oh,
think.
No, that was Calgary. That was
Keglin.
Oh shit, sorry.
Keglin, what do you want to cook for breakfast for the crew? You're in charge of breakfast today.
Beef.
Beef for breakfast? Alright. What kind, like, alright, a nice breakfast steak, I
Yeah.
guess, right?
Yeah.
Small breakfast steaks.
Von Haas is in the corner warming up a pot of boiled water.
Very well.
Oh,
Throw
God.
that in the boiled water.
Dropping cabbage into it, staring you down.
Well, we're gonna expand from, whose food pile? Let's do, who has a fresh pile of food still? We'll do, from
Yeah.
Falsies. 18
Okay.
pounds of food left on Falsi. Alright. Breakfast is delicious. Everyone gets, a nice breakfast steak, maybe some eggs, maybe some bread with that. So, delicious. Alright. Before we set out, is there anything else we need to do or discuss before we set out to the east into the swamps in search of our bounty?
Nope.
Alright,
No.
push into the east.
Just go.
Okay. You are looking for signs of the lizard men encamping out here in the swamplands. Any signs? Particularly, do you know what their lair might look like? Or are you just looking for an outpost? Open fires?
Yes. Something
No
like.
idea.
Yeah, we
Idea.
just jumping right into it.
We find some lizard men, they can maybe lead you to their lair, but we're scouts right now, we don't even know where their position is. We'll see. But we're technically
Freeform, right?
in enemy territory at this point, since they're rumored to be in this area, holding it. Alright, let's push east, let's see if we encounter them. 1 in 6 chance for, we're trying to push about 1.5 miles east, it'll take us 1.5 hours. No monsters, no animals, lizard men. Alright,
Yes.
we find signs of them, let's see if it's fresh tracks. They're not fresh, it happened last night. So they're like, because they're all 6, that's like 5-hour-old tracks. So
Follow them.
you want to follow the tracks? You can count the tracks like halfway across.
Cautiously follow them.
Alright.
Can follow.
The tracks are leading, some tracks you can tell are leading northeast and some are leading southeast.
Northeast.
Okay. You follow them northeast. You're going to, now you're actually going to true enemy territory. Right, so this was like no man's land, but it was being taken. Now you're actually pushing into the enemy lines. Is this fine? You're going deep into Lisbon territory now. Like this is their stake, right? You're far from home.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Your men march, right? A formation of 12 footmen into the swamplands of the lizard men. Now, as we march northeast, roughly for about, let's say, 1.5 miles, 2 miles, right? If we're starting here, it's gonna be 2 miles. So 2 miles to the center, the heart of the lizard men territory. It's gonna take us 2 hours to get there. However, before we can even get there, there's now a 1 in 6 chance for monsters, 1 in 6 chance for animals, and 5 in 6 chance for lizard men. Alright, no monsters, no large animals on the way there. Small game for sure, but you got lucky. You managed to close the distance without encountering any patrols, right? So you made it to the heart of the lizard men territory, and as you're approaching, the swamplands are elevating into a hillish, kind of drier landscape. It's still swampy, but it's more rugged and rough. It's more of a highland jungle now, if that makes sense. Like you move into the highlands of the jungle, and you're approaching like mountainous terrain in the swamps, right? The hills, the low hills that feed the swamp waters. Is this fine?
I
You guys
think
want to
This isn't,
advance into the
this
hills?
isn't bad.
These low hills and the swamps.
I wanna. The only thing that I want to add is like we spread a little bit, same formation, whatnot. So no need to change it, but we're just.
We can like start getting finding hiding spots so we can start off our
You
trap
can divide
for
up
our plan.
into smaller groups if you really want to too, but keep in mind comms are very limited if in medieval times. War horns, screaming is pretty much all you've got. And you don't have any war horns yet, so can't communicate.
Not too far, just like a not
Alright.
sided.
So this wing is like
Whoa.
this, let's say. And this wing is like this. To spread out. Is that what you mean?
Mm,
I didn't mean like any change.
Oh.
Crazy. I just meant a bit
Everyone
more
just gets
spread
more
out.
space between each other? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Originally you guys were, roughly less than 5 feet away apart from each other. Now you can do like 5 to 10 feet spacing. Okay. 5 to 10 feet spacing, that is. Okay, so in that case, it looks more like this then. Alright, something like that. Is that fine?
Sure.
Okay. Now you're almost spread out. Okay.
And then as we're walking, I just want to remind when we run into them, I'm gonna do the Yugman's gonna do his spell, the call thing to draw them out. So
Alright.
we're not gonna be rushing. If anything, we'll collapse the middle of the formation.
yeah, I want to ambush them. So
Our ranged units bleed to the sides on the wings.
Your men are
Turn one.
pushing through the jungle at this point, through the tree line, and approaching the hills
Left
now.
sleeper.
Forested hills among the
No.
swamps. Is this okay?
can can I move back a little bit? This is I'm not jacking up.
Like that?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. I'm like, bro, yo,
Scary, huh? Alright.
yeah, that's a little bad.
You'll be fine.
Your men push through the swamps, closing the distance between them and the first of the hills, right? The footholds of the hills. And at the distance of 40 yards from the hills now, right? You spot the hills further back, but you're about 40 yards when you spot them. Or, no, at 40 yards from, where you spotted them, you moved about halfway across. You're now 20 yards from them, 60 feet from the first of the hills when you take fire from the trees. Right? You take fire from 6 directions, right? Let's see who's targeted out of the 12. First to be targeted in the ambush is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Actually, it's just gonna be. They're on. You guys are on attacking their day watch, so they have half as many. Alright, you just took one shot. So you take fire from one arrow from out of nowhere. You're not sure who fired the arrow or where it came from exactly, but it did fire. The target is 9, so that's number 9, character number 9. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Nixie was fired on. Let's see. Let's see if he's hit. 9's a hit. Helmet, gambeson, shield. Hits his shield, right? So you guys take fire. The direction the firing came was to the southeast. It was you passed whoever fired at you. Whoever fired at you is in the tree southeast, right? So fired on Zelensky's position, was southeast, of course, of your ranks. So you got fired on from the southeast somewhere. The enemy have opened fire. Immediately you guys can take cover, right? So in this case, do you want to take cover immediately, or do you want to fire back, or what's your move? You have first reaction since you were fired on.
I want to alert my
Fire
teammates
back.
about what just... Is my
Are
mic
we?
working?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
What do
we
you
hear
say?
you.
Fire back.
I
Want to
want
fire
to alert
back?
my teammates about what just happened, and then I want to start moving away from where I was
Yeah.
I
before
want to
and like
fire back.
facing the enemy.
Wait, we gonna move in closer.
Alright, so Zelensky, before you say that, do you want to take cover or do you just want to shout to your men? You know, enemy contact or
I want to
something. What do you
take
want to say?
cover
They'll listen
and
Yeah.
over here.
then
I shout.
take
I
cover
shout.
and then shout to them.
Okay, so you take cover first. Your first move. You're taking cover and you're screaming as you're taking cover. You're like, what do you scream? Like lizard man, or what do you want to tell them?
Lizard men.
Right, you just scream lizard
Lizard men
man.
southeast.
To the southeast. Okay, and as you do that, next move is the closest character, of course, Jericho. Jericho is an NPC. He immediately takes cover like you. So you guys are taking cover. Alright, so you guys take cover, and next to react, Nathan, you are marching forward, and Nathan's an NPC, right? So he hears enemy fire, and he also takes cover. He gets low behind a tree. Leaf, do you want to take cover or something else? You hear enemy fire from the southeast.
You're very
I'll
important.
take cover.
Alright, you take cover. Ray, do you want to reposition or you want to take cover? What's your move? Oh wait, that's an NPC, right? Yeah, he takes cover. Fonfalzi takes cover. Yugman takes cover. Right, so we don't know if we're going to fire it on from other positions, so we all take cover. Kaglin, you want to rush to the enemy fire? To return fire?
Yeah. I'm rushing.
Alright, so your character can move. In jungle, you move at half speed. Or in the swamps. So your character's movement is typically... we're in the wilderness, we move in yards. So 20 yards, so that's 60 feet. So you can run 60 feet out here. But because it's half speed, 30 feet. So it takes you a minute to run 30 feet through the jungle here. So each of these squares represents roughly 10 feet. So you're gonna go 1, 2, and then 3-ish. You can join the, or you can join Zolnitsky's position. Take cover behind the tree with, take cover behind a tree near him, right? You wanna do that?
Yeah.
Start off? Okay. So you're kind of running and take cover behind a tree with him so you can start returning fire. And then as you do that, Vote House, do you want to move to the enemy fire or do you want to hold and take cover or what's your move?
I want to call for the others, so I want to call to Brule, Yugman, Leclerc, and whatnot. And
What do you
as I
say?
call to them, form rank, front line up, and then move and go with Zelensky and Jericho.
Alright. You move at the same rate, you're able to do like, you're able to get like around here before you take cover. Let's see. So you run to a tree, duck behind it, right? And then Brule, do you want to do the same? Push to the southeast?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Alright, you can get around this position here before you take cover. Leclerc, she is taking cover, she's afraid. Unless she gets orders, she will not advance. Let's see. Dren, what's your move? Dren is hesitant? Okay. He just stands out in the open. Let's see. Like last time.
Another one.
Let's see. Alright. So we took fire from the southeast. Most of you have taken cover at this point. And now that you've taken cover, the enemy fires, or doesn't fire again. You hear the enemy croak, right? It does like this weird croaking sounds, like vibrating, like, right? Like it's like a weird echoey croak. It does, right? Like setting off an alarm, right? It just croaks really loud to the toward the north, right? Where you guys are headed. And while it's croaking, we can't see it, but we can hear where it's coming from. But it's behind concealment in the tree, right? And you only can see it if you step out of cover to peek. So Kaglin, do you want to step out and peek? As it's croaking? Alright, so as you step out of cover to peek, there's a chance that it has a chance to shoot you before you return to cover, right? So as soon as you peek to observe if you see anything immediately, you gotta see if you're fast enough to dodge an arrow. So beta 2, roll a d6 in the bots channel to take cover again, if you want to take cover upon being fired at. But if you take cover, you won't get to see where the shot comes from, right? So if you stand at the open, let the shot come toward you, you'll see where the arrow comes from. So do you want to dodge it, or do you want to watch where the arrow comes from?
Start.
Keglin.
What?
Do you want to peek, right? You said?
Yeah.
Alright, when you peek, do you want to watch where the arrow comes from, or do you want to take cover? Because as soon as you peek, you hear an arrow whizzing toward you.
I want to take cover until I see the arrow.
Alright.
And then go.
So you want to see the arrow first, and then take cover? Is that what you're saying? Alright, so you let the enemy fire have a chance to shoot you. Nat 20. So you stopped, you saw it coming toward you from the southeast position, but you are hit upon watching Nat 20 on you. Okay, let me grab a token for the lizard man. 1 second.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I thought all the
Sorry, I'm just
audio
grabbing a
cut out.
miniature.
It's all good.
X. My man already be dead. That's tough.
We better die.
Yikes. Can't be that hot-headed.
Alright, let's grab these tokens. I'll show you how you get a token. That's how I make them.
What's happening?
Yes.
I'm just grabbing tokens.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so we got enemy position revealed, right? At least by Keglin. They will spot one. We'll see. Right, distance 10 yards. 1, 2, 30 feet. Yeah, roughly here. In this tree right here, you took fire. Or, yeah, right here. So, right, hits you, deals with a short bow 2 damage to our Keglin. How many hits does he have? Is Keglin tough? He has 3 hits. He's still standing. Right. Keglin, you take cover right after. Arrow, Narrow nicks his shoulder, right? He gets down, right? He spotted the enemy and tells you guys where it was if he wants, right? He's up there in the tree. That one right there, right? Kind of like gives you an idea of where to look, of course, when you look overhead. So directly southeast of Solnitsky, northeast east of Jericho, southeast or southeast of Keglin, right? Enemy position revealed in the tree. Alright, just one shooter at the moment. So once the crew is covered, Jericho, back to him. He remains in cover. So in this key, do you want to stay in cover, or do you want to start returning fire, or something else?
I would like to return fire.
Okay, so you're gonna get up. Now, if you're the only one to get up, naturally, then there's no one covering, right? So, hopefully you return fire with multiple characters. If it's just you, then the enemy can spot you getting up and shoot at you. When there's multiple targets, it's really good. So,
Can I tell my crew members to also return fire?
alright, you're like, Jericho, open fire, right? Or fire at will. And you and Jericho are gonna get up to fire then. So Jericho has a short bow, right? So you two are getting up to fire. And then Kaglin, you get up fire this time. Get up and fire this time since you saw him.
Huh?
You want to get up and fire at this point?
Is there anything coming towards me?
Not yet. You took cover right
Yeah.
after the arrow hit you in the shoulder. What weapon do you have, by the way?
I have bandages, right? I have bandages, right?
Yeah, you can tend to your wound later.
Right.
You're not bleeding right now. Like,
Oh,
because the
okay.
arrow's in your shoulder, right? So if you take it out,
Yeah.
you'll start bleeding.
Damn.
So
Yeah, it's just nicking your shoulder. Didn't go through your
I
bone.
wouldn't move. I wouldn't go anywhere. I'm staying put.
Hold position.
Can I stay put?
Yeah, you can stay put.
Yeah,
Stay in
hold
cover. Because
position.
one more hit, you're dead. Right?
Damn.
Or wounded or killed, right? Most likely killed. Alright, these two are getting up to fire. And then Phone House, you were moving tree to tree to your men. Did you want to join them and open fire on the enemy?
Yes.
Alright. Abril, you too?
I don't have anything to
Okay,
just
so you just
start shooting.
push forward, spear and shield ready in case they get close. Nathan was in cover. He started to move up to another tree, getting close to the firing squad. If we can flank this enemy, right, we can fire from multiple directions. Leaf, do you want to stay in cover, or what's your next action? Leaf, Chew. Hesitation? Alright. We lost Leaf. Ray.
If you're on mute, brother.
Hey, sorry, I forgot I was muted.
Oh.
Can I go in the
Push up?
fight?
Yeah, push up
Yeah.
to the east. Alright. You push tree to tree with your bow ready. You have a bow or a sling? You got a sling. Okay.
Yeah.
You push up with your sling. At this point, Ray, he's pushing northeast, trying to hold security against the north in case reinforcements come. He's like, Leclerc, come with me,
Ray.
right? So, yeah, unless you give Leclerc orders, she's following Ray. And then Dren, what would you like to do if you're back?
I'm going to move with them to the north and kind of keep an eye out, make sure.
Okay. Oh, they're moving east. You want to move north?
Or east, yeah, sorry, no, sorry, east.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Yugman is pushing. Unless you give him shout orders to him, he's going after these guys as well. From Falsey too. Alright. So once of you have pushed to the firing line, you guys get together, and you guys just want to stand up all at once, or do you want to create some type of diversion so the others can fire without getting shot? Or do you all just want to get up at the same time and fire?
The people in the back should start getting up. So
So the one who
causes a
should
diversion,
maybe
so
get a
they-
diversion is Abrul, because he's the shield boy, right? So he might get up first, so then everyone gets up after fire.
Yeah.
Alright, so
I can
Abrul,
get up, yeah,
you
I'll
want
get
to
up
like
first.
push to his position? That'll make a distraction, right? Just get up and start running toward him with your shield
Maybe
raised.
cross the line.
You want to do it?
Yeah, I'll come up.
Fire.
Yeah,
Right, and this will
I'll-
give
I'll
everyone
do
a
it.
chance
I'll
to
do it.
fire, right? That's military tactics, right? So
Yeah, thank you.
so they'll
'cause I
cover
didn't
you,
understand.
right? So you're learning. Yeah, I'm teaching, right? So Abrul, you get up from behind cover, you start charging the enemy, shield in front of you. And the enemy starts to open fire on you naturally, and that gives everyone else an opportunity to just freely shoot the enemy, right? And he's lit up in the tree by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters, right? You guys all get up at the same time and open fire on his position as Abrul takes the shot. Alright, so Abrul, as you run toward another tree, right, trying to take the shot, the enemy fires on your position. Let's see if you're hit, and then everyone fires right after. 17, you might be hit. So what's your armor? Let's see.
I got Scambison, Shield, Light Helmet, and I got Dex 15. I
Okay,
don't know.
the shield against the arrow, it's you're blocking with it, so and it's times so it's 4
Yeah.
total. So you get an extra 3. So an extra 3 means that you have armor class 7, or no, not armor class 2. So the enemy just basically barely hit you, but managed to hit you, right? You have a really good chance to survive the shot, but you managed to get hit anyway. You take 3 damage. How many hit points do you have?
Yeah. I got 2. I'm dead.
Alright, you're wounded in action possibly, saving throw versus death. You made a diversion. You're shot down. Alright, arrow through Abrul's throat. He crashes to the ground.
Oh,
But open an opportunity for the rest of you to fire on this guy. And with 5 shooters, I'm pretty sure you guys will hit him. You light him up, and he falls out of the tree, right? And crashes dead. But Abrul is shot dead, of course. No need to roll for it. I know you guys would take him out. There's enough of you. So we lost a brother, right? But the alarm has been set, and the enemy might be approaching. You guys want to get ready to fight the oncoming horde. Abrul is dead. You saw him get shot in the throat on the way over. The arrow went right through his shield and into his throat. So he's dead. Abrul, next in line. You have your retainer, right? Let's see.
Yeah. Whatever.
So your retainer was... Where's he?
Ray, right there.
Right.
You just had him. Up.
Up. Oh. Oh shoot. Yeah, right here.
Yeah,
Thank
he's
you.
yeah.
Ray gets a morale check, right? Like he he doesn't know his employer died just now. Actually, he's the north, so he's just holding that position. You're Ray now, right? Ray the acolyte, and he doesn't know that he's in command of House Not Good anymore, right? Because Not Good died over here, or Brew. So, all right. As the enemy falls dead, you can hear or these guys up here. You can see from one of the hills about 60 feet away. You don't hear it, but you suddenly start to see like wrestling at the entry point of or not wrestling, like yeah, wrestling. You saw just a basic hill, but now you start to see like some of the shrubberies moving, like something's like climbing out of the hill, right? Or coming out from the shrubberies. They're like under the or low to the ground. Now they're getting up, right? So you see movement to the northeast. So enemies incoming from the northeast. With the alarm being set. The alarm was just a croak. That was it. You just heard a croak. And then now you see rustling to the northeast, right? Right after this, Dren, you want to just hold the line, get your missile weapon ready.
No, I'm gonna move to the bigger party, and I'm
that.
gonna let them know that we have movement to the northeast.
What the?
Who's making that noise?
All right, as you push to the southeast to report movement, Claire will hold with Ray. They actually push further east. Hold the line there. Okay. We lost Abrul. We might retrieve his body at least or loot him. Don't leave his gear for the enemy. So starting with Zolnitsky, after you guys lit that enemy up and Abrul got shot in the throat, what's your next move, Zolnitsky? You want to get to Abrul?
Did we already collect the head from the dead lizard man?
We have not.
I can go get it.
Let's do that right now.
So everyone gets one action. So you go for the head. Kaglin, what would you like to do?
Yeah.
You want to join up with the firing line? Or you want to go to Abrul? Or something else? It's your choice. Anything you want to do.
Wait, can you repeat?
What do you want to do, Kaglin?
Can you repeat that again?
So some options. Abrul was shot in the throat. You can go try to recover his corpse. So you guys can at least don't let the enemy have it.
Let me go recover him.
Alright, get your brother. You'll need a battle buddy to help you carry Stark or carry Abrul at a reasonable place. So maybe if one house will help grab Abrul with you.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys buddy carry Abrul's corpse out of here. Let's see. And then Jericho, of course, can help. Jericho will go with his master, help decapitate the lizardman's head or loot it. Nathan, at this point, is he's meeting up with Dren. He sees Dren approaching. He's like, "What's going on?" Right. And then Leaf, what would you like to do?
Oh, what can I do?
Some options. These guys are going to loot the lizardman. These guys are retrieving Abrul's corpse. These guys are holding the north position. Nathan's going toward Dren. Dren is coming toward you. These guys are pushing northeast toward the north defense. You can join the north defense. You can meet up with Dren. You can join these guys in looting. You can do whatever you want. It's your choice.
I might go in defense.
Okay. You want to hold this position you're at, or do you want to push to the north where oncoming enemies are approaching?
Oh, it's
Or something else? Where do you want to hold?
um. Wait, north, but behind the line. What?
Okay, sure. You can push north. Alright. Let's see. As you're pushing north, back to Von House and Keglin, you reach Abrul's corpse. He's dead on the ground. His weapon on the floor, spear and shield. Where do you guys want to drag his corpse? You want to take it like further south to safety, or you want to leave it here, or do you just want to loot him? This is up to you two, right? Von House and Keglin, what's your move?
I wanna carry his corpse with me, or at the very least sling it over my shoulder, because we need all of his stuff, and I want to give him a proper burial.
Alright. Well, you can't carry him alone. You got equipment of your own, and he's heavy, right? So Keglin's gonna help you. So where do you want to take his corpse? Keglin, are you gonna help carry?
Behind the line.
Behind the over here, south.
Yeah, over towards Youngman.
Okay. Keglin, you want to help carry him, or something else? Alright, he's not certain. Stark, are you with us? We're in the midst of combat. If you hesitate, we're gonna lose. The enemy do not wait.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Alright, pushing. Okay, you guys carry him. You move at half speed and carry him to the jungle. So half of half speed is only, like 15 feet of movement. So, because you're already moving half feet speed for the jungle, and now you're half speed carrying his corpse. We'll see. Alright, Jericho and so Nixie, you reach the corpse of the lizardman, who is, let's see if he's dead. Dropped to 0, but he has same throw too. He is still alive. He's wounded, right? His bones are broken. There's multiple arrows in him, right? The lizardman's like coughing blood, right? So a large lizardman, around 6 foot tall, carnivorous. As you approach, he opens his jaw at you like a crocodile, right? And just like threatens you to get to stay away, right? He like hisses, right? Do you guys want to get close? He's wounded, right? He's like, he can't even move.
Shoot him.
Shoot him dead? Double tap him?
That wasn't me, I was just suggesting.
Yeah. So Niski, Jericho. Von House, you can hear the hissing. He's like, kill that motherfucker.
Let's both open fire.
Alright, you light him up.
Let's both open fire on his head at the same time.
Okay. So, ammunition spent. Let's see. Let's track ammo real quick. So, that was Jericho and Zoniski. So, Jericho minus 2 arrows. And then, of course, same thing with Zoniski. Minus 2 corals. And you can reload your crossbow. Okay. The others who fired earlier included, I forgot to track your ammo, but that was like Leaf, G Stone, so I'm not going to track that. Von House fired, I think, right? And that was it, right? Yeah. Leaf, Von House. Yeah, so Von House lost a shot too. Let's see. If we can just find your sheet, I can just minus a shot. Okay, 29 shots left. Plenty of ammo left. Alright. Yeah, you guys fire into its face, right? 2 arrows go through his face, or a coral and an arrow, right? His face blows up, right? So there's 2 big holes in his face now, right? With arrows in them. Okay. From there you can hack off the head. You have an axe for this, or some type of bladed weapon to decapitate it. Let's see. Jericho's got a spear. It's not very good at that. You can puncture. And then we got a pickaxe and a mace. Okay, I guess.
That's why I offered to So, Von Haas has a wood axe. If you want to move back to him, he'll take up your place.
Yeah, he's busy right
I'll
now.
call. Can I
You
call
want to call
him
him?
over?
Be like, Von Haas, I need
Yeah.
your axe, right? So he can stop carrying a broom, rush over and give you the axe. But that'll be next move. As you guys are busy trying to loot those corpses, Leclerc and Ray are holding the line, and enemies have appeared, right? From the grasses, the enemies are pushing, and they're not visible until 30 feet in the jungle, right? Or they just appear at 30 feet in the tree line. So let's see how many we've got. The first wave is three lizard men, right? So 3 of these lizard men have appeared. All of them, 2 of them carrying shield and spear or whatever, and then I'll say infantry, and then 1 carrying a bow. So they're advancing, shields raised through the jungle, and that's when, of course, Leclerc at 30 feet when they see them appear, they open fire, right? Leclerc and Ray start firing on their position. You know, Leif, you're pushing north. Nathan met with Dren, of course, and was like, "What's going on, sir?" Right? Dren, you say, you probably tell them enemies are pushing in from the north, right? Letting Nathan know. Maybe you're gathering forces to the north. From Fallacy and Yugman are about to arrive to the north, but these 2 are opening fire right now on the enemy position. They fire, and these guys provide cover for their little bowmen, so these guys are targeted naturally instead. This guy's got cover behind them, so he can't be targeted. He can't be targeted if he can't be seen. So he's behind these guys, naturally. So, firing into their shield wall, hoping to get through their shields. Wrong die. D20s. 12. It's a miss, I think. Yeah, against their shields. 9 or 6. 2 misses.
Oh yeah, I
Hand
have
me
a
your.
question.
What's your question?
Can I use my sleep on them?
Yeah, when you see them, you can't see them quite yet. You're about to see them soon. You're
It's
pushing to the
Leclerc
north.
that has sleep.
Oh, Leclerc? Okay, she casts sleep instead of shoot. That's fair. So yeah, that's smart. So she casts sleep immediately, right? Launches sleep at them. She casts a spell as they're pushing, right? And sees this first wave. She casts sleep immediately. Good call. Let's see. This could save everyone's life. All right. Leclerc minus sleep, so she used her sleep. Sleep is no longer memorized. Let's see. Let me cross that out. Sleep is no longer memorized. Let's see. And then, of course, she casts it, 2d8. She affects 8 hit dice worth of enemy. Alright, so each one are 2 hit dice, so all of them are affected. And I'll say one is affected twice. So if anyone doesn't fall asleep, the last bit of the sleep's potency will work on the last. So this one is asleep. This one crashes asleep. This one crashes. So before they can get very close, they suddenly just drop. Leclerc whispers some strange words, right? She curses them, and suddenly an evil spirit, right? You know, or some evil supernatural force overwhelms them, and they crash on their knees and into the jungle floor. I was like, what was that, right? He's a cleric. He's not sure what Leclerc just did, but she used some black magic just now, right? Put them to sleep. All right, good call. Let's see. And then, of course, at that point, Leaf arrives. Let's see. Back to Nathan and Dren. So Dren, right after you met with Nathan, what's your next move after? Right? Nathan was like, "What's going on, sir?" And you probably told him, right? Enemies to the north.
Yeah. So I would have told him that there was enemies to the north. Would I have been close enough to hear the Leclerc casting sleep?
No. She's about
No.
15 feet away from you. Right? She just whispered it from the jungle. She's trying to be quiet.
Okay. Yeah. So I would let Nathan know to go let the rest of the group know, and then I'll make my way back up to the north.
Okay. You say, "Go get the others," right? And yeah, you push north, rejoin the crew. That will be your next move, of course. We're just declaring actions, so you two know what you're doing. And then for this group, so yeah, you're pushing north, and he's pushing southeast. Zelensky, of course, and Jericho, they didn't have any means to cut the head off, but as you made orders for an axe, Zelensky, Jericho began looting the lizardmen. The lizardmen had on him He's naked, just scales, right? And then he has a quiver of arrows. He has a bag with some torches in there, tinderbox, and of course, near where he died is his bow and arrow. Also, he has hanging from his belt a mace, right? A lizardman mace. So Jericho ends up taking up. Let's see if he has a good weapon. Does Jericho already have a bow? Yeah, he does. So Jericho just takes the mace. So it's a man-made weapon, a mace. Probably looted it off of a human. Those lizardmen don't really know how to craft, I think. At least they don't know how to craft maces. They can craft bows though. Alright, so he took the mace, and then after he takes that mace, Zoniski, you called over to Von Haas for his axe. Did you want to meet him halfway and get it from him, or do you just want to wait for him?
I want to go to the north firing line.
Okay.
Does Jericho have a ranged weapon?
Yeah, he does. He has a short bow.
So I want to take both Jericho and Zelnixi to the north firing line and help shoot at the lizards.
Okay. You're like, actually follow me, right? And you guys push north. Von Haus, you heard Zoniski ask for the axe, but he's already pushed north. So do you want to just keep carrying Abruel's corpse to the west at this point, behind your friendly lines? Or do you want to just drop him here and join the front lines? Or what's your next move?
I'm gonna drop him for now. I'm gonna call for Nathan to come help with the corpse, and then I'm gonna go get the lizard head.
Alright, like, Nathan, get this corpse, right? And then you're going for the head. That's the money, right? If we don't get that head, if we don't run out of here, if we're probably gonna have to retreat at some point because the waves are gonna keep coming. We'll take whatever heads we can. And that's the profit, right? 35 silvers on this guy's head. So Von Haus is going for the profit. Nathan's going for Abruel. Kaglin, you want to keep carrying Abruel to safety? Or do you want to drop him and do something else? Did Kaglin drop out?
Stark.
Oh shit. Yeah, he did. He texted me his mom called. So, Kaglin is dropping out for this. Seeing that, you know, I mean, a real life situation has come up, he did let me know what's going on. So, he will at least help carry Abruel out of here, but he's not going to continue fighting, right? He doesn't desert. He just doesn't want to fight either. Like, he's like in shock at the situation. So, Nathan him will be carrying Abruel to safety, but then from there, Kaglin's not pushing any further. He's already injured in the shoulder. What's up?
Can Leclerc help carry?
Leclerc? Yeah, she can fall back.
They need.
Alright, so after
They
put him to
have
sleep.
they have two people carrying right now. They have two people carrying right now.
Alright, it's fine.
You want to hold the position? Okay. Leclerc's in the front lines holding the line with these guys. Dren is joining them. And Dren, before you can reach them, another wave of lizardmen are appearing to the north, right? Let's see. This is the third wave. Okay. This one has two bowmen and two shields protecting them. They're approaching from the northeast, and when they don't appear until. All right, you spot them at 30 yards actually, so they're pretty far back. Like you see them in the tree line, like through the cracks of the tree line. You see they've got time before they close. There's no clear line of fire on them. You just kind of like spot them, right? You know they're advancing, but due to the trees, of course. Being that it's so vegetated, the trees are spaced out around 10 feet apart from each other naturally, so therefore you don't have clear vision on any enemy positions until they're roughly like 10 feet close, right? 20 feet they have cover, 30 feet they have even more cover, 40 feet they're invisible pretty much, right? So at 10 feet, right, that's like when it's clear to see, clear to actually fire, right? So if you're in the tree, you can see a little more, maybe double, but still not too far because all the trees in the way, and all the vegetation, the leaves. That's why the one that shot at you guys was pretty close when he fired, right? He had to be close before he fired because if he was too far out, there'll be too many trees and leaves in the way to even make a good shot, right? So he passed his little outpost in the tree and he shot down on your position. Into, of course, dwarf, a dwarf earlier, right? Zernixi or Zolnixi. Okay, so these guys are pushing. We just heard them or saw them a little bit, but we can't really get a clear line of fire, so we just hold the line until they get close enough. Unless you want to fire anyway and just suppress. So, do you guys want to hold fire and let them get closer, or do you guys want to open fire immediately? We have
I think it'd be better if we hold Yeah, we would hold fire till they got a little closer. That way, no shots were missed.
Alright. Yeah, so we able to organize ourselves, at least create a good firing line now by the time that they're maybe halfway across the forest. By the time they're halfway across, there's another squad behind them.
And
One,
can I make a
two.
note, DM, that Dren's gonna switch out his dagger for his bow to help lay cover fire?
Yeah. Okay, at this point. What kind of bow you got? Short bow?
Sure.
Right. Is that what you got? Short bow? Alright. So most of you have your missiles readied, right, against the enemy position. Von House, you were able to get to that lizardman, hack his head off, and of course, from there, you can just run with the head and throw it to our Brul's corpses, just so you don't have to bag it right now. It's a bloody head, right? You throw it to them, and you rush to the front lines. Is that good?
I want to go get rules stuff collected for now because
just in case.
They're looking, I don't know if we'll be able to bury it.
Alright, so yeah, you cut off the head, you run over here. Do you have space to put, where do you put the head? It's a bloody head. If you put it with your gear, you're gonna get all your...
backpack.
You have a backpack?
Yes.
Alright, you hang it off the backpack, one of the straps, so it's just hanging on your bag. Let's see. And then of course, look into a Brul's equipment, see what you can take. Keep in mind there is encumbrance, so this is a Brul's equipment. He no longer has the spear and shield because that was dropped. But there is everything else is there, right?
I'm gonna strip him of his gambeson and his helmet.
Okay, take that off. That's 20 pounds of equipment, by the way. Gambesons can be folded. They can fit in a pack. Same with helmets. Are you taking all this for your backpack?
I'm gonna put the helmet on. I'm gonna put the gambeson in the bag. I'm gonna grab his bag, and then I'm gonna grab his 2 torches.
Alright, we'll start with the first item. So it takes time to do this. So taking the gambeson off will take a good minute. So you're pulling off the gambeson, right? Unbuckling it, taking it off his course. But actually, the first move you do is put on the helmet. That's fast, right? It's like one motion. So helmet, you throw that thing on, you strap it to your head. Let's see. So that is for you. So Niski, or not? So sorry. This is Von House, who did not have a helmet originally. So you toss that on your head. And now you're working on getting that gambeson off of him. We'll see. Unbuckling it, taking it off. Alright, so you're working on that. As you're working on looting him, Nathan helps loot. He's like taking the bag off. Caglin is just frozen, not sure what to do. He's holding the position. And everyone else is holding the line. The enemies have advanced. They're getting close. They're closing the distance. Each square represents roughly 10 feet. Let's see. Let me see if we can move all these tokens real quick to it. More easier to see position. Right.
The lizard men keep moving. When am I able to move Yugman? Because he hasn't been doing much for a little while. Maybe
What was that? You have a question?
When am I able to move Yugman again? Is this still in the same turn that I moved him last?
Oh, you can't move him. You can tell him what to do if you're with him, but you're not with him anymore. So you don't know what's going on with him. Yugman's just holding the line in the front line somewhere, waiting for the enemy to close. So, enemies are getting close, right? You guys see them carefully advancing with shield wall, right? Let's see. We got these guys.
Are we able to see them now, DM?
They're getting close. You can see them kind of as they move tree to tree, but they won't be in clear vision until 10 feet. Like once they're here, that's when they're like can clearly be fired on. Here they have trees protecting them, right?
As soon as they break, because they would be the same thing for their archers, right? They would have to get closer
Yeah.
to be able to fire upon us.
Exactly.
So as soon as they pass that 10.
But they don't know that you
mark,
guys are here yet, right? So once you fire, they can hold the line and start firing back, right? Because they're looking for you right now.
Okay, 10-4. But as soon as they get close enough, we'll open fire on them.
Okay, yeah. So you guys want to wait till 10 feet to fire? That's gonna be a clear shot. Or do you want to fire before that?
No, we'll wait till they get 10 feet within. That way we don't have no minuses to attack.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys are waiting. You hold the line behind the shrubberies and trees as they continue to carefully push through the jungle looking for you. This is squad 1 was killed, or squad. This is the first. second, third, fourth. They have it's 66 in a patrol like this. Alright, they have one single footman, and the last crewmate of their team is 5. Okay. We'll do 2 of these, and 3 missiles.
Oh, fuck me. How many? Oh, no.
Alright, so these guys are pushing, and they're about to close. Alright, they're pushing through, and you guys hold, and they're all pushing, right, toward the direction of their outpost that set the alarm. They're looking for this guy here, the one that you first killed, right? Because he's the one who set the alarm. Alright, so they're pushing toward his position, and then once they come to view, the only ones who can see him are your eastern wing. The western wing is holding; they don't see him yet. So it's just these 3 here can open fire, right? Clearly. Alright, so do you guys want to fire when they close at this position? Actually, the world isn't perfect, so only a few of you can see them out at the same time. The rest of you are just holding, right? Watching the jungle. So it's up to Dran, Zelniski, and Jericho to take these guys out. And these guys can start repositioning. Or you guys, this wing here will start to flank, right? Push against their western flank when the firing begins. So
I would let Leify, as I'm gonna open fire, but I would let Leify know to pass the word along to the left flank to swing the wing a little bit so that they can move into view.
Alright, so Leif, you have an option. You can either step forward and join this group, or you can fall back and order the men to, of course, push against the western wing. What do you think you want to do?
I'll go forward.
Okay, she does not, tell the others, right? So she pushes to the east, and it'll be up to them whether they want to push. They haven't been given any orders, right? So she pushes east to join the firing, right, with you, and you guys open fire on these enemies. The missiles happen first, so before she even moves into position, you guys already start opening fire, right, lighting these guys up. They have their shields raised. Everyone, go ahead and roll 1d20. You all have 1 shot. No one here is a fighter.
Fuck. I
Damn.
missed. I got an 8.
Missed. You would get partial backstab bonus. But even then,
okay, so what's
missed.
the back? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
It's 20.
You don't roll lead. You're moving to shoot, so you can't shoot quite yet. You'll shoot after. You gotta move and then shoot. So you lost initiative, right? Because you gotta move and then you gotta shoot.
Is that a hit?
13's a hit. No wait, no it's not. 13's not a hit. Their scales are too tough, right? You see, it just bounces off of one of their. It like bounces off of a scale.
Is there anything that we add when attacking with the?
And they got shields, by the way. They got very good defense.
Okay.
Yeah, you add a short range bonus of +1. That's about it.
Okay.
Alright. Jericho fires as well. Sable, I'll let you roll for your retainer. Roll it hit. Alright. All misses. You just land shots on their shield wall. Right. With that, they upon hitting their shield wall, their bowmen take cover behind the trees, right? And their shield wall rushes your position. Or actually, they move to the flanks. Tree to tree, moving to the flanks. And they're rushing your position, just charging, right? So upon firing, they charge with spear and shield. They let down their shields, they just charge, and they're about to crash into you with spear and shield. And then, as they're crashing in, Leif moved and opened fire, so she moved the fire that happens before they crash. So Leif took a few steps and then fired on them from the flank. Leif rolled a hit, 1d20. A little late to the party, but better late than never. We'll see. Did you get the shot in there? 1d20.
Do I okay.
Yeah, slash roll 1d20. She missed. Hits a tree. They crash into your ranks. This first one, random target. I'm gonna roll a d3. Chooses Dren. This one here, d3. We'll choose Jericho. We'll just say the closest. Alright, so Dren and Jericho are targeted. Okay, so this one here stabs at Dren, rolling a d20. Crashing into you, he drives a spear right through you. Right. Damage is 4 damage. How many hit points does Dren have? Dren the second?
2.
Alright.
Let me
It's metal as fuck, right? This monster just rushes you angrily, right? Crashes into you, spear going through your chest. Saving throw versus death.
It's a 12 on the roll.
The armor might have saved you.
Constitution.
Wisdom will
Never mind.
help you here. So, let's see. What's your
Wisdom's
wisdom?
8. I don't know if 8.
-1. All right. And your constitution doesn't benefit you. It's a 12. All right. So, -1. So saving throw. It's death. Right. Dren is stabbed through the chest. Spear goes right through his chest. He's coughing blood on the end of the spear. The lizardman kicks you off its spear and lets out a roar, right? And victorious, a spiteful roar, finish you off after you shot his shield with an arrow. Dren is killed in action. You're next in line. Next command is... Was it just you this time? Son of Dren, killed in action.
Yeah, it was just me. I didn't have
Yeah.
any retainers or anything.
Alright, looks like you're out for the game. Unless someone lets you play the retainer. But thanks for playing. Until next time, the lizardmen have defeated you. Jericho,
see
you're
you guys.
next. Thank you. Have a good day. Let's see. Wrong die. Jericho is crashed into. Enemy scores a 10. Bonus to hit is... +2. 12 to hit. Does Jericho have armor? Let's see.
I think so.
He is wearing a helmet and gambeson. The enemy scored a total of 12 to hit. He is hit on the dot. Spear rams him. Deals 6 damage to Jericho. Saving throw versus death. Go ahead and roll a d20 versus death for Jericho. Sable. He survives. Right. The spear goes into his, that would be a neck. It grazed his neck, right? As he's bleeding from the neck, he drops his equipment, hand going over his neck, bleeding out from his neck, right? If he doesn't get medical attention soon, he will bleed out and die. Jericho is wounded in action.
Bandages.
Let's see. So wounded in action is Jericho. Raised neck wound, right? Monster ran in there, stabbed in, and he barely dodged it, and of course, only got grazed in the neck. His neck is like spurting blood at this point from the side. So Jericho has his first battle scar if he survives this, otherwise he will die. Let's see, Jericho, wounded in action, raised neck. Blood is spurting everywhere. Alright. With that, back to this western wing, right? These guys are closing. These guys are closing. These guys are closing. Enemy inbound, right? Western wing. Ray, right, hearing the commotion to the east, he is going to push to the east then, see what's going on. Actually, let me see. I'm going to roll his morale check to see if he's brave enough to do that. 8 against his morale check. Naku. Oh, wait. Naku, you're playing as Ray now, right? So you get to choose what you want to do. You're Ray, right? Oh, Naku dropped out?
He may be AFK. Oh,
Alright.
no, yeah, he's not.
So Ray's morale breaks, right? He flees. He's like, fuck this, right? And runs. Okay. The line is breaking. Let's see. Leclerc, morale check. Breaks as well. They're running together. As Ray runs, she runs, right? The enemy are approaching. She's like, I'm not gonna die here. Fumfalzi. Let's see if he holds the line. Fumfalzi breaks. Alright, they're falling back. And then Yugman, let's see if he can hold the line. Yugman, let's see, his master is Enclave. How's Enclave? What's your charisma? Let's see. Leadership.
Bad.
Alright, he breaks. So the western wing has broken, right? As the enemy crash into our east wing and are about to crush us. Okay. Enemies to the east here move to 10 feet east. And that's all they did so far, but they're probably trying to flank. Okay. Next round of actions, back over here with Von House, Kaglin, and Nathan. Von House, you managed to pull the gambeson off. Now you're stuffing in your bag. Stuffing in your bag takes a round 2. So you're stuffing it in your bag right now. If you want to keep it. Or you can just carry it in your hands.
Can I just
The line.
it to one of the guys near it, and haul ass over to Yugman?
Yeah, so you pass it to Kaglin. You're like, take this, right? And he's like just standing there, not sure what to do. And then you start pushing toward where you last saw Youngman, which maybe he was to the north. So you're like, Youngman, where are you? Right? Because your character technically doesn't know where Youngman is. So last known position was north. You want to push north then?
I want to go northwest because Yugman was on the northwest side of the formation.
Sure. You push northwest looking for him. You see, as you're pushing northwest through the ranks, Nathan follows you. You can see the western rank has broke. You see your own men running, fleeing in the jungle, right? They're like, get out of here, right? Do you want to try to like rally them or just let them run?
Yeah, I want to call to them, like scream as loud as I can, specifically trying to get Yugman's attention.
You're like screaming, Youngman, get your ass over here, right? And he's running right now. Let's see. Nathan, of course, is just following you. And then, of course, back to this line here. So, Niski, Leaf, you're about to be slaughtered, right, like pigs. Leaf, do you want to retreat while you can? This thing just ripped apart Dren, right? It just crashed through him, spear to the chest, and now it's now looking at you. Long lizard tongue, kind of licking toward you, right? Flicking toward you, right? It's huge. Lizard men are like 6 feet tall. So, and you're only like 5'2". So he's huge. He's looking down on you, about to crush you. You want to run or do you want to fight? You can open fire if you're brave, or you can cast a spell. Maybe that can help. But you don't have sleep prepared, right? You have read magic. That's useless here.
I want to fight.
You fight. You hold the line and fight.
Yeah.
You are brave
Yeah.
today. All right. You're about to sling a stone on him as he moves in to stab you. Zelniski, right? As you see Jericho get his throat sliced open by a spear. Do you want to fall back? Do you want to try to fight this guy? You have in your hand currently your crossbow, I think, which you fired and missed. So you have to take a round to reload it. You want to just drop the crossbow and switch to melee, or what do you want to do?
I want to switch to my mace.
Okay. Crossbow throws. You throw it to crossbow around. You drive the mace out. You wanna
try
fight?
to hit the lizard.
Yeah.
Because there's only 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to fight the lizard.
Alright. You're fierce. You don't want, you hold your ground. You push toward the lizard with your mace, and he's gonna move into fire. As you take your
As
steps
I'm
forward,
doing it, I'm gonna scream for backup.
you're like, what do you say for backup? You're like,
Can we get some help over here?
Yeah, you're like, can I have some help over here? Right, and you push toward him, and the lizardman has a spear and reaches you before you can, right? So you step toward him, he moves here, but the missile movement happens before that. So before you even close the distance, you're intercepted by enemy fire. 2 arrows come toward you. The chance to hit is pretty low though, because there's about 20-foot gap here. So they got a -1 penalty for sure. Let's see, do you see the tree line? Let's see. Miss. Miss. 2 arrows come toward you, hitting trees. Right? And before you can close the distance, the spearman stabs at you, right? Because the spear has reach. So you join melee against the spear first. You gotta push past that spear. 13 to hit. What's your armor class?
I have a helmet, a shield, and a gambeson.
Alright, so you threw your cross to the ground. You grabbed your mace out, and your shield. You're taking your shield out too, and that took a while. That took a good moment. So as you were grabbing all these weapons, the spear stabbed at you, of course. Scoring at 13 with your shield, your gambeson helmet. It's a -3 to your armor class, so armor class 6. What's your dexterity?
1, sir.
Alright. That roll is pretty high because they have a +2 to hit the melee, so that's a 15 right now. Alright, so Niski's dexterity 3. That's a +3 armor class penalty. He's very slow and clumsy. So as he's reaching for his weapons before he can even finish pulling out his shield and everything, the monster in front of you just like takes a step forward and thrusts his spear into you right after stabbing Jericho through the throat. So spear attack hits. Damage is 4. What's your hits? 1 hit. Saving throw versus death. Make a d20 roll. You gotta beat, I think, an 8 for a dwarf to not die outright. I'll double check though. Yeah, an 8. Beat an 8. 1d20.
I got 11.
Alright, you're still alive, you're wounded in action though. Spear goes through you, you're hit in the... It shows your throat as well. So just like Jericho, this one looks at you, grins, right, with his sharp teeth, just drives it through your throat. You have a grazed throat, or a grazed neck now too, plus spurting out through your own neck. You drop your weapons, you reach for the wound. If you don't apply pressure immediately, you will start to bleed out and die very quickly. You're on your knees, as Jericho is bleeding out, as you're on your knees bleeding out, you're wounded, blood spurting everywhere. The monster double taps Jericho, right? And Jericho dies and is about to double tap you. You want to crawl away? Do you want to beg for your life? You can't really talk with a bleeding throat.
I want to crawl away back towards the other people.
Maybe it'll spare you, but actually lizardmen are brutal and they don't spare anyone. They're merciless killers. As you crawl away, he steps on you and drives a spear to the back of your head. Zelniski also dies. Another senior member. Commander, or Captain Zelniski, is killed. Leaf, as you try to fight this thing, right, after just finished driving a spear through Dren's gut, you of course switched, or you slung a stone at him, right, before he can close. He turns and before he can even stab you with the spear, you slung a stone on him. Roll 1d20 to hit him. Oh, so these guys are closing in on you.
1 what, 20?
1d20 to hit, yeah, roll 1d20.
Oh, okay.
And
But
you're about to be
also,
surrounded.
remembered, I have a grenade.
You want to get that out instead? But you have
Yeah.
limited time. So as you're getting that out, he's going to stab you, right?
Oh, alright, I'm gonna roll it.
Okay, you decide to sling the shot, sling a stone.
Oh.
And that one, you fumble, the stone falls to the ground. He closes the distance with you, drives a spear at you. This one also does the same, drives a spear at you from the flank. You're attacked twice. You stood your ground, it missed, this one missed. You managed to roll out of the way and dodge, but the other one... 10, what's your armor class? It's got a 12 to hit total, plus 2 to hit. Let's see. Do you know if you're wearing armor to protect you?
Yeah.
What armor do you wear?
Wait, let me see.
It says helmet,
Really?
gambeson.
Yeah.
Dex of 8. Yeah, you're hit. Despite that, this one north of you kicks you to the ground, right? And then drives a spear through your chest. You take 4 damage. Saving throw versus death, 1d20. To be wounded instead of killed.
Oh, alright. 1d20?
Yeah. So this was the end of Leaf. She stood her ground. She tried to fight. Tried to stay with her comrades. It was enough. 13's enough. You're still alive. But they are merciless killers. So unless someone goes back to save you, you will die, right? So while that conflict happened, of course, we're going back to these guys. Yeoman, let's see if he listens to the orders that were shouted. He holds and says, and actually starts making his way to Von House. He listens to you. The others continue to run. Nathan hears the enemy closing. He's like, "Sir, perhaps we should run." Right? Kaglin's running at this point too. Naturally, he's a deserter. So he runs. He dropped the gambeson. It's just on the ground. He's just running. So let's say the battle is lost. Von House. If only we had more discipline, right? We could have maybe held the line. But your men are fleeing. Do you flee with them, or do you want to fight to the end?
I'm telling Yugman to haul ass north, just start running, and that when he gets to a decent distance, like maybe 50 feet or like 100 feet away, I
Yeah.
want him to mimic that call, and Von Haas is going to get the others to start retreating back southeast.
Alright, so that was his job, of course, to use a spell, but moving north further into enemy territory, he might not be brave enough for that. You sure you want to tell him to go north?
Does northwest work, or if Von Haas goes with him, will he?
Yeah, that would be safer. If you go with him, then he might agree.
Okay.
If you lead him to the northwest, and you guys
I
can decide.
yelled to Nathan to run with the others.
Alright, yeah, he's probably confused of where his master is.
West.
So they're going. You say, Nathan, get the fuck out of here, right? He's running.
No.
Alright,
Yeah, I want him to rally them.
go get the
Everybody
others.
ran
Right,
away.
rally them.
I
Okay.
want him to rally them west and meet me in the north.
Alright, you tell him that. So Nathan, rally the others to the west, right? Let's see if he follows your orders. He's like, "Sir, with all respect, I think we should retreat. Completely retreat." Right? What do you think about that? He's denying your orders.
I'm gonna chuck the head at him
Right.
and tell him to run away like the little bitch that he is.
Okay.
And
They just fucking run, right? And then he nods and starts running, right? See his morale after that. He listens to you on that part. He accepts his fate. Let's see. Alright. And you young men rush north as heroes, trying to cast that spell. And Leaf is about to be killed in action then. Leaf, you're like on the ground, spear in your gut. Lizardman pulls the spear free of your gut. You know, and lizardmen, they're really evil, right? They love human flesh and decides to eat you while you're alive. It gets down on its knees, both of them do, and they start tearing through your gut, eating you alive like crocodiles. One bites deep into your gut and just starts twisting around like a crocodile, right? Just spilling all your intestines everywhere, twisting them up, ripping them to shreds. The other one holds you down as this happens and lets you feel that pain while you're alive still, right? As you're being ripped in half pretty much. Let's see. So it's a brutal death for Leif, right? She's held down by a lizardman. The other one just tears her like a crocodile. Let's see. They brutalized your men, right? So in this case, you crawled away, speared you through the back of the head, and then, you know, from there everything went black, right? I don't know what happens to at the rest of this, but we entered their territory. These guys will probably be put back awake, you know, recovered. They only lost one, and we lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men in the battle, right? Let's see. It was a very expensive battle. Yogman and Von House, you would eventually do make it to push northwest. Leif, by the way, or Chu, your new character is Leclerc now. So you're Leclerc, okay? She
Alright.
takes the place of Leif now, right? So sadly, your master is dead. Now you must take his place. Let's see. Leclerc, as you want to just run with your men, just retreat fully, get back to town with the bounty we got, just the head of the only lizardman we killed. Or do you want to be brave and go back to fight or something?
help me out.
It's your choice.
I am not going. Wait. Actually, what? Who needs help?
We don't know
rally
where he
them.
is though, but
Rally
he
them
wanted you to help him
west.
move north.
Just wow, west. Rally.
These guys
rally
are like
them.
out of here. They're like, let's get the
That
fuck out of
ran
this
away.
place.
No.
Yeah, let's definitely
Oh, baby.
retreat.
Sorry.
Because the whole point of him going up there was to distract the lizards while we retreat.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't mean move towards me. Just rally.
Sable, do you want to be Nathan now or from Falsey?
Nathan.
Okay, you're Nathan now, the elf, right? He's pretty helpful. He's got the head of the lizardmen, by the way. Alright, so you want to lead them in a full retreat back to town, right, at this point? Get the hell out of here with the bounty.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 350 copies in your hand right now, if you can get the head back. Let's see. Leclerc, do you want to fall back and rejoin the battle, or do you want to retreat with them?
And I'll retreat.
Okay, good call. And then Stark, of course, is deserted. Right, he's just running home too. Naku has deserted, right? So he's just rage running home. Alright, from Falsey, you know, you guys are at this point slowing down, starting to march home instead because you've escaped the enemy position. These guys are in enemy territory, pushing north through the jungle to cast their spell. At some point, you know, you're far. How far do you want to run before you cast your spell?
Just under where they are right now, and then we cast it and haul ass southwest.
Alright, so you want to cast a spell, ventriloquism, project your voice toward the north or northeast?
Yeah, southeast towards
South.
the rank.
Oh, southeast toward the enemy?
Yes.
Just to confuse them? Or what do you want to say to them from a distance?
I want to mimic the call from earlier that drew them towards us.
Oh, the croak?
Yes.
Because the idea of ventriloquism is typically you project your voice, your own voice, over there. But if you want to mimic the exact cry, I guess maybe you could do that at the expense of the duration of the spell.
I'll do my attempt, yeah.
Okay. So typically, this I allow spells to be manipulated, right, at the cost of its usual functions, right? So if the spell usually lasts like an hour, instead of an hour, maybe only a turn, and you can do something a little different. So sacrifice one thing for something else, right? So you sacrifice the duration of the spell, so it won't last as long. But of course, you get to mimic the exact sound you heard earlier, right? You make that croaking sound where they're already standing, and they're all confused, like who just, you know, alarmed, right? Who just croaked? That's pretty much it. From there, do you want to retreat?
Yeah, we're gonna haul ass southwest.
Alright, so there you just leave them in confusion as they feast upon the 5 human corpses you left behind. Delicious human meat. They
I
love
got a
it.
helmet. I got a helmet out of it. That's a net positive
That's a
for
win,
me.
I
Guess
guess.
what? We're going home. We're gonna have beef stew. Abril won't have to suffer through another beef stew. He's
Man,
gonna love it.
that was a brutal battle. Fucking, we start with 12-ish, right? And we ended up with half as many, pretty much. So,
7.
7. Alright, let's march home. Let's see if we get home alive, first of all. Roll the dice. So, it only took us about... By the time we made it into that area, I think we only marched 1.5 miles to here. And then 1 point. So we have 3 hours left for the day's march before we're exhausted. So 3 hours can...
Back to the camp we were in.
Because we're here
Either that
currently.
or
3 hours will get us, yeah, exactly back here. So,
either
Wait,
there or Espador.
did we get the head?
yeah, we have one head,
Yes, we got one
fortunately.
head.
What if we go to the siege camp at Evistor?
You want to try to push into the siege camp?
First.
Yeah.
Because we're here currently. So you push west into the siege camp. You might not get to the siege camp unless you force march, because that's forced. It slows you down by 33%. So, let's see.
I think we should.
Actually, no, you should be fine. You should be fine. Yeah, you should get there at the same time. Alright, we'll push to the siege camp then. All on board the siege camp of Ebastur. You guys can rest there, resupply.
Yep.
Okay. Naturally, the bounty was placed by Sertanki Guard, though, so you won't get the same payment if you sell the head there. You get 20. They'll pay you 25 probably, but they won't pay you 35 silvers. Sertanki Guard will pay you 35. Alright. So you get to Ebastur to rest up for the night. You arrive at the siege camp. Let's see if anything happens on the way there, though. Monsters. Yep. Animals. Nope. Lizard men. Yes. Alright. Let's see if it happens during the time you are marching, though. You were only marching for about, 4-hour shift, 3 hours of march, but 4 hours, right? So basically 1 to 4 means it actually happens. Okay, so monsters, yes. In the first hour of your march, there's a monster. And then lizardmen, no. You found old lizardmen tracks later, but definitely there was a immediate threat. Only an hour into the swamps, you already encountered another monster out there. Not a safe place to be. Let's see what kind of monster we get. I'll let you guys decide or do the tracking roll. So whoever's tracking or leading, I need someone in the group has to roll a d8. Someone in the group has to roll a d12. So whoever rolls a d8 or d12 first, I'll take those results. If you don't want to roll, that's fine. I'll just roll real quick. We got a d6 or a 6 on a d8. I need a d12 to be rolled.
Can I do it again?
Sure, go for it. 12, 6, 12. All right. Let's see. All right. Swamp 6, 12, 6 on the d8. Swimmer. Okay. Swamps. Swamp, where are you, Swamp? There we go. Swimmer. 12. Water termites. Swamp termites. Alright. Let's see if either side is surprised. Monsters got a 1, they're surprised. Party 6, not surprised. As you approach, or as you push west, you do see termite nest out here in the swamplands. Are you interested in interacting with them? They
No,
don't seem
How
to
big are
notice
they?
you as you
Ignore
push
them.
through. Right. So you're at 30 feet when you notice termites, water termites to the north. Alright, you push past them, you sneak past them, you continue into the forest and eventually to Siege Camp Ebastur, right, at the caverns. Upon arrival, you catch they're tired, they're beaten, their morale is low, men have died, but at least you have some treasure, right? You have a bounty. The head of 1 lizardman. At the cost of 5 of your men. Right. Upon arriving, you can have dinner, you can rest and such. After today, counting for lunch and dinner, we're gonna lose a total of not as much food this time. Because of course we have less men. So We did have lunch at the point with just the 7 of you. So, breakfast we had 12 people. For lunch we only had 7, and for dinner we only had 7. So 14 pounds of food expended. We'll use Jonas K, Leafus K, Leclerc's food. Yeah, we'll use Leclerc's. 14 pounds. 4 pounds of food left on Leclerc.
Alright.
Alright, so upon arriving at Bastur, you have your dinner, you rest among the campers, the troops here stationed at the siege camp at Bastur. Is there anything your party needs to do at the camp, or you guys just want to rest here?
I'm just gonna relax for now. Hopefully, make some beef stew with Yugmund.
Alright. A 5-rank victory today. We made profits of 350 most likely, but we lost so many brothers today. Go ahead and get some rest. Take a 5-minute break in real life. You guys will rest up here at the siege camp.
That was fucked. Hey, welcome in.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's been roughly 5 minutes. Hopefully that was a long enough break for all of you. We're going to resume the expedition, wrap it up soon, right? So I'm assuming, every adventure consists of one risk, one reward, right, at least. So, probably going to get back to Camp Sutenki, turn in your bounty, and call it an adventure. So, does it sound good for everyone else?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Leaf, or no longer Leaf, but Leclerc, are you on board with this?
Yeah, yeah.
Claire
Wait,
was
can you hear
like
me?
the wizard. Yeah, thank you.
Alright.
Your wizard apprentice is now in charge of House Chu.
Alright.
Let's fix your name. Is that it? Leclerc. And of course, Nixie, no longer Nixie, you are now Nathan. Right, Nathan the Elf. Let's fix your name. Alright. So home we go. Your men need to travel back to Sutenki. The safest way is to the plains, right? Take the plane route. Should take you about a day to get back. So we'll do that. Monsters. Animals. Orcs. Safe travels. After another day of hard marching, you make it back to Sutenki with about half your men. Most of them in your crew that remain don't feel too good, right? Broken down, low morale, but at least they get paid. So, with payment, upon arriving at the guard, to take a guard office, you meet with the sergeant who's hired you on to take the task, and he looks over the head you brought, right? It smells terrible. He congratulates you on the hunt, surprised that you managed to kill one of them, but then also not so surprised when he hears that 5 of you died in the attempt, right? So he thanks you for your services, and of course provides you with your reward of 350 coppers, which must be divided. I suppose all. Are we going to compensate those who died, or are we just going to split among the survivors?
I think we would split among the survivors. Personally, I don't want Von Haas or Yugman getting any pay. They made it out, so I'm just gonna have them split it. I don't really need anything.
So Von Haas and young men don't want any of the share?
No.
And they think that only the survivors should partake in the share? That's one way some groups do it, right? Some groups, of course, compensate those who died for the share naturally, right? So their next of kin can at least get something out of it. But that's just what he votes, right? Naturally, he can automatically choose not to partake in the share. So that's on him. But then, of course, how we split it is up to the group. So the rest of you who remain, he's not part of this either, Caglin, deserter. But those who remain, oh yeah, he's not here either, deserter. Alright, so basically it's just up to Nathan and Leclerc to figure out if they want to divide it equally among the 3 of you, since these 2 are kind of considered deserters, right? They don't really deserve anything, they just ran. I mean, Caglin kind of helped, right? He's the one who kind of helped take out the first one. Ray kind of helped out too. But it's up to you. Between the 3 of you, should we
We'll do
compensate the
100
dead?
each.
Or should we just divide it?
I think we should. I do want to compensate the dead.
Okay, so we have a 350 to split, and Votehouse does not want to take any, and he doesn't want Youngman to take any either. Youngman's kind of angry at that. Youngman wants to get paid for his the risk he took out there. What do you think, Votehouse? Do you want Youngman to get paid still, or do you want to forfeit his pay?
We can, if everything equals out nicely and there's any left over, Yugman can have what's left over.
Okay, tell him he can have the leftovers if there's any. So let's go down the list. House, or Dren of House Alpha, who died for the company. Out of the 350, should he receive a split?
You can pay
Yeah.
7 people
Give him like 20,
50.
Give him 20?
20 coppers.
Alright, we'll write that down. 20 coppers. I know. Okay, so now it's 320 to split. Or 330. Leaf of House Chu, who of course held the line and died during the battle, right? Should she get a split? Or should he get a split?
Yeah, 20.
Do 20? Okay. Is that fine with you, Chu? Because you're one of the deciding
Yeah.
factors too. Okay. Alright. And then Leclerc, should she get like 40 for now? Like double pay since she survived?
Let's do all the dead people first.
Okay, dead people first, and we'll do the remainder last. Okay, so Von House said he doesn't want to take a share. Yugman,
Sorry.
Did you want to take a share, Von House? Or
No.
No. Alright, we're just doing the dead. So 20 coppers to a Brule to compensate their deaths, so the next can have something.
Actually, Von Haas wants like another 20 to go to a Brule, so he has 40 for his kin. If that works with everybody.
Is that fine with Falsey and Leclerc, or Nathan and Leclerc, who are currently deciding factors of the shares?
So right now we've compensated 80 in total to dead people.
Yeah, we did 40 to a Brule. Is that okay with you?
Maybe like 30.
30? Alright. Okay, for Ray, who deserted but was still alive, should he become say maybe at least 20 or 10? He did help in the fighting maybe a little bit,
Yeah, but he's a deserter.
but he could not hold the line when he saw the east wing breaking, right?
He deserves
20? 10?
like 5 coppers.
5? Okay. What about, so Nixie, who died in combat, right? Died fighting.
20.
20. That's fair. And then, Nathan, right, who of course is one of the survivors. We're gonna do him last, right, you said? So.
Yeah.
And then Famalzi's one of the last to get a share. Jericho, who died in the battle, I think. Yeah, he did. 20 for him, or he was a retainer, so maybe 10.
Sure.
Okay. 10 goes to Jericho of House Sable. And then Stark Caglin, he did actually help with the fight in the beginning, spotting the enemy, right, and all that. But then he had to drop out at the end. Should we give him 20, 10?
If you give him 5, I think it'll all total out to 100 to the dead, and then you
Okay.
two can take 100 each.
So for
Right,
that, 5, 15, 35,
It adds up to
40,
110.
70. Yeah, 110, you're right. So there's 350 minus 110 is 250 is 240 left, right? And the 3 that need to get paid still are these guys, I guess, right? So, and maybe
Yeah.
Youngman too. So maybe since there's 240 left, maybe because they technically retainers deserve half shares, right? And PCs deserve full shares. So with 240,
100 to Nathan and Leclerc. Each get 100. And then from Falsey gets 40.
that'll make them mad because that's not a half share. That's nowhere near a half share. So they might
How
quit.
is it not a half share?
Because you guys get 100 and they get 20. That's way less than a half share.
No, I said 40.
Oh, 40. But there's only 240 left to split, right? So if you both get a 200 or 100
Yugman's
each.
only getting what's left over, so.
Oh, he gets
Falsey
none then.
takes it.
Okay. So
It's
Yugman
okay, he
gets
has
no
40.
pay, so he's gonna be pissed, right? Like he went out there.
He can go pray with Von Hoth.
He's a magic user, right? A scholar. like an archaeologist.
Yeah,
Okay,
but Von
okay.
Haas would have him brain.
Alright, he's probably gonna not join you in the next expedition if he doesn't get paid, right? He's gonna quit. So,
How about 80 to Nathan and 80 to Claire?
alright, and 40 to Yugman. If you want to keep his services around.
Yeah, 40 to Yugman and then 40 to Fumbalzi.
Alright, that's fair.
Okay.
Alright, that should be the last of the splits then. So, yeah, 80 to Leclerc. 80 to from Falsey. And this money is just put in the bank for the heir. So the heir
80 to
of these
Nathan.
characters will inherit 90% of it, right? So, yeah,
80
80
to Nathan and 40 to Fumbalzi.
to Nathan. Okay. 42 from Falsey. Where is it? Right here. Alright, Falsey's happy. Payment has been received, a fair payment. And then 42, of course, Yugman. Alright, he is satisfied. Okay. Not the most successful run, sadly. Right, we didn't get a single gold for like one person.
We got 300 though in
350.
total, so does that not give us
3
each
XP.
3
So
XP?
I would say 3 of you can have 1 XP from this expedition, right? I would say maybe the leaders of the crew. So Leclerc, Von House, and Nathan each receive 1 XP to represent what you guys did today. Is that fair?
Yep.
That's fine.
Okay. So 1 XP to Leclerc. You hold this experience. Every experience point has a story behind it. And then if it was a worthy tale, right? Worthy tales are worth at least 1 gold each. So Leclerc gets 1 XP. Von House gets 1 XP.
So it's 1 XP per 100 copper that we get in the adventure.
As a group.
Indeed. Yeah. Nathan gets an XP too. So 350, of course, is 3 XP. That can be divided between 3 people, 1 XP each. Alright.
Oh, can
That'll be
I
it.
ask how much does a magic user have for like total XP?
How much they need? 250.
Yes. 250. Thank you.
Yep. So most magic users, if you're making a gold piece a week, there's 52 weeks in a, or in this case, there's 3 game weeks in a month, and total of 36 in a year. 36 game weeks. Game weeks are 10 days. It should take you around 5 games if you're making 1 gold per expedition. 5 years of gaming in the game world to level up to level 2. Naturally, if you make more than 1 gold, you're going to increase the rate of level up a lot faster. But most crews, at least early on, only make around 1 gold each.
And then when I level up, does it add 1 stat to all my like strength, intelligence, or how does that work?
There are different options for the upgrades, but typically you can reroll 1 score and keep it if it's higher, or you can reroll 2 scores, and if you score higher than what they are, they get a +1 bonus. And the last one is just to take a +1 bonus to 1 score. So one's more of 2 of them are gambles, and 1 of them is guaranteed +1 to 1 of your ability scores. Those are the 3 options typically to upgrade a score. Usually you get +1 ability score to just 1 score, but then there's rolls that can also happen if you want to be more of a gambler. You get more, right, for your buck, but of course there's a risk of getting nothing. So yeah, that's how it would go. Most characters with low scores usually do the complete reroll, right? Keep it if it's higher. Okay, that's how you can catch up to be on par with most other characters. Alright, anyway, GG guys, I know today was rough, right? You're gonna have rough games like this a lot in old school D&D, as the majority of games are supposed to be causing you pain and suffering, right? Eventually to the point where you don't want to play anymore, but that's the cycle of old school D&D. That's how we flush out the weak from the tough, right? But everyone's story comes to an end, as we saw tonight. Some really cool characters died out there, right? We lost Leaf, we lost the son of Abrul, we lost the son of Dren, we lost Zolnitsky, who's been around for a decent while, right? And Jericho's new, so Jericho doesn't really matter. But we'll have some good characters tonight. No one's the main character in this world, right? As we know, no one's special. Let's see. All right, thanks for playing. Until next time, have a good night, guys. You guys can chill here if you want. I don't care, but I'm gonna head out. Thanks for playing.
Alright. Everybody have a nice night.